planet lẹ́yìn wà yẹn my wish láti dé ìlú yẹn Australia. I would love to get to Australia, but kò lè jẹ́ kò sí nítorí Elédùmarè ò lè ṣe ó lè jẹ́ ní ọdún yìí náà ó lè jẹ́ next year. Australia is a very beautiful place. Ibi táyé ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn Australia ibẹ̀ láyé ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀ka lẹ́yìn tiwa lórí YouTube ẹ̀rọ gbogbo platform wa ti wà set nísìn kákọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ briefly ni mo ti lo too much strength lẹ́ni mo ti pẹ́ jù lórí phone and kò tí a bá wà lórí phone tó ń communicate I've spent too much time on the phone so pẹ̀lú mo follow tó ń lọ ní Sudan èèyàn mélòó ló ń follow tó ń lọ ní Sudan ṣé náà ẹ̀ bright tàbí kí n tan àwọn side lamp wa ká tan lantern sí yóò làwọn ilé ìkẹ́ náà ṣe yìí so mo kí owó ilé nǹkan sí ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò my name is Ọlákúnlé ta ló ń follow tó ń lọ ní Sudan eruku ń yọ pátápátá ní Sudan lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí lọ́hùn ọmọ tó ní ìyá òun ní sùn àwọn náà ní fojú kanrùn. The world continues to neglect a lot of things and is fighting back. Ìjà tó ń lọ ní Sudan yẹn ó ti kọjá bẹ ṣe ń rò ẹni tó bá yé ní tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní Sudan gbélé ìṣòro kìíní mà nìkẹ́ ó ṣe wá ń ṣe jágbàjàgbà báyìí ṣé torí kíní tó wà lábẹ́ ló ṣe ń ṣe yẹn. Ìjà ń lọ gidi ní Sudan big fight ó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní Sudan mo ṣeré o ìjà ń lọ ní Sudan ẹni bá yé ló yé o so there's a big fight going on in Sudan as we speak right now. Àdẹ̀sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa pé à ń sọ fún wọn tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ká jà ní Nàìjíríà ó bẹ́tà ká wá sí peace table gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa ń sọ pé Kóìkì òrogun rí òun níbẹ̀ ni èyí tó ń lọ ní Sudan yẹn náà rẹ̀ náà ni o gbogbo flight pátápátá ló ti divert báyìí ń ṣeré o. There's a current situation going on in Sudan. It's very very extremely hot. Sudan ń gbóná gidi báyìí extremely hot gidi gan sef so ẹni kan ló mọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun ọ̀nà ẹ̀kalẹ̀ press release ń jáde rẹpẹtẹ tó bá dọ̀la ṣe proper program alẹ́ ìyá kan ń ṣe àwa náà ń ṣe debrief ni ṣé Nigerian government ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń find out gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó ẹ̀gbọ́n wa kan dẹ̀ wà ní side ibẹ̀ tó máa ń pèsè orí program nígbà kan gbogbo airport ti shut down ẹ̀kalẹ̀ don mo rò pé Don Jazzy ló join mi mo fi ní Kóìkì ti ṣoríire lálẹ́ but mo wá rí pé Don Aziz ni ẹ̀kalẹ̀ sà Ọ̀hákà ayíde Yusuf Zaki kò ń ṣe ayé Zaki o àwọn yẹn máa ń jà lórí comment section fún mi ọ̀la ni wọ́n máa release mi Facebook máa release mi lọ́la tomorrow I'll be able to comment tomorrow. Sometimes I want to reply your comments but I can't you know. Kí lẹ́yìn àwọn èèyàn rí sí in tó ń lọ ní Sudan you know kí lẹ rí tó ń lọ sí ní Sudan mo kí ìyàwó mo dúpẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ máa follow comment láti bí bá you know we're live on all our platforms apart from kódà fóònù méjèèjì mo ti tàn látàárọ̀ fóònù mi látàárọ̀ báyìí mo tàn fóònù yẹn àwọn èèyàn ti pè mí a ti pè lórí ẹ̀. It's been a very busy day. Àwọn èèyàn máa ní kí la wá ń ṣe tó bá busy like family man ni mí so always a busy day for us. Mo kí ìyàwó Olúwafúnkẹ́ Ògúnbíyì mo rí mọ́mísí mi lálẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Fatai Ògúnmẹ́fun ẹ̀kalẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìyá mi Adébímpé àwọn ní grandma náà mo kàn fẹ́ káwọn náà kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa tó ń lọ ní Sudan ni but a wà lórí live transmission bí a ṣe máa ń ṣe program tí gbogbo ẹ̀ máa tó máa set. I want to read some of your comments and your reaction. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n tàn studio line ni What are your own reactions to the current situation in Sudan? Then tomorrow we will have a full scale. We can show you videos and all that. But there's a lot going on as we speak right now. Malaysia shall release press statement. I want to release press statement. Ṣeré ni o. Ẹni kan ló mọ̀. Ìyẹn la yóò sọ fún federal government pé a fẹ́ jagun o, a níta lè fi jagun o. Ìyẹn la yóò sọ fún èèyàn wa pé protest nìkan la lè ṣe o. Tá bá ti ṣe protest ò kì í ṣe war o. Ẹ̀tọ́ wa nìyẹn o. Tá bá ń jáde tá ń ṣe protest, is allowed. We don't have what it takes to fight the federal government. You can't. It's possible. You can't fight the federal government. Mr. Michael, look at your face on Facebook. Kí ló ṣe face me. So, line here, open up. But let's read some of your comments as well. Àwọn plane mélòó kan ti fara gbá o. Plane ní Saudi Arabia ti fara gbá. Plane àwọn Dubai ti fara gbá. I'm talking about the current situation in Sudan. So, and that's why we're saying to the federal government, don't allow the push that will lead to another civil war in Nigeria. We don't need a civil war in Nigeria. Nigeria can break up without anybody firing any weapon. But níbi tí conflict bá wà, tí federal government sọ pé can get out. Anything can happen here. Bí mo ṣe wá go here, I'm not feeling comfortable. I normally like to wear my watch because our journalists keep looking at the time, even though I have time here around me. So that's how it is. So what is your take? For those of you that have, after posting a lot, people are still asking me what is going on in Sudan. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, with the amount of information I've posted out today, posted, and then somebody is still asking me what is going on. Unbelievable with our people. Unbelievable. I've been doing the posting myself. Some of them I just copy and paste. Some of them I just edit a little bit. If Nnamdi Kanu is not released unconditionally, something more than Sudan conflict will trigger in Nigeria. That's coming from Ola Kunle. Silver Gold, Mokin Grammar, Leajayi. Yawalua Funke. I'm reading the comments. So these are, we're talking about the current situation in Sudan. So I've got the line open if you want to add one or two things to that. So we're just talking on that. She says, if care is not taken, Nigeria's situation might be like Sudan, but we are praying against it. I'm praying against it as well, but the chances are very, very slim. Very, very slim. If the situation continues. Yami Mojisola, excuse me. Did you purposely put on the clown stuff on your face on Facebook? Ṣé like Elaine? Ṣé kí n change sí mi ni? Ṣé like crown face yẹn? Ṣé fẹ́ nǹkan mi ni? Oríṣiríṣi ló wà. A lè lo anyone. Ṣé lè dá? Ṣé like Elaine tí mo ṣe ń lò yìí? Àbẹ́ like Elaine. There's different ones. So we are not using a full broadcast. Ilé tí wá ní mo ní mustache. Mo lè ti fa mustache mi, ó tí wá ní mo ní mustache. Oh, ẹ like yẹn. Okay, tẹ́ bá ti sọ pé ẹ like ẹ jáda padà sí yẹn gbà yẹn. Ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ ní àǹfààní láti sọ fún mi pé kí n yọ lálẹ́. Ìgbà tẹ́ sọ pé ẹ like mo tẹ̀ wá dá mọ̀ ṣá. Èyí tí mo lò yẹn ṣá. Ráńpọ̀ òun lélẹ̀. Ṣé òun lélẹ̀ ṣá? Ráńpẹ́ bí star lélẹ̀ yìí o. Mo dá mọ̀mọ́. Mo máa dá mọ̀mọ́ grandma. Wallahi. The situation in Sudan is extreme. Okay, Ulele. Prince Ademola Heritage. Only we love it. Thank you. Àyíká wà lórí YouTube ẹ̀ lè mọ́ tó ń lọ lórí Facebook. Orí Facebook ẹ̀ ti máa rí àrà tí mò ń dá. Mr. Koiki, give us update around Onitiri. I am asking respectfully. Update about Onitiri. Baba Akintoye have told us she has done the damage she can do, and that's the worst she can do. The only thing she's doing right now, she's just trying to continue to portray as the situation of what we can call deceit. Deceit. I'm going to give an exposition of her this coming week. One more. Matuyo consider for you. I was very close, at least to some extent. She requested some things from me. I won't go into all the details now because you come for us already, but because Ebere, respectfully, she asked me for something that I gave her. And I'll bring that evidence on my email and the WhatsApp chat, if possible. And she never told me what she wanted to do with it. I won't say more than that. I'm talking about Mrs. Modukbo Onitiri. When the good was good, and we all thought we were all doing the same thing, there was something she asked. Even at some point, she reminded me, we can discuss. And I did give it to her. So, and if my wife gives the all clear, I will reveal that next week. Tiyaomi bati fún mi ní all clear. Èmi ò ṣe ọmọ Arabu tó lọ ń fi Mohammed fi gbogbo lé kankan yẹn. A lot of people have been talking about that. So that is about her for now. But Mrs. Onitiri has done, she has done the damage she can do, but we will rectify it by telling those that are still with her. That exposition might come out this week. And make sure you follow me in week after week. There was something I gave her. And by saying sorrow titi the wakati, what is on tea, what is for me. I'm talking about me personally. So Toba Balowe me, she worked by Bella one toku. Mo lọ fún pé mi lọ bẹ̀rù jù. Gbogbo ìtàwọn media wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn yẹn ò dá kankan mọ́. Mo kí grandma First Bank. So kókò máa ró lọ́kàn yín pé Mrs. Onitiri gbà nǹkan kan lọ́wọ́ Koikimedia. Àfi tó bá ṣe audio jáde kémi tó sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹni tó gbọ́dọ̀ jáde lẹ́tú jẹ́ ká lọ sọ́nà bẹ́yẹn. So ẹ ṣé gan ni Yàwá Caroline. So she has done. Am I worried nípa? We are talking anyhow against her now. Am I worried nípa yẹn? It's better we do that now because ẹni tó ń parọ́ fún yàn ó dàbí Nàìjíríà náà ni. The reason why we are finding it difficult láti convince àwọn tó wà nílé lálẹ́ bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ní aago 11 fi lọ lù. Ẹ má bínú ẹni tó pè tán lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn, sorry, mo sorry gan. Ẹ jẹ́ n pè yín padà. Èmi náà mo ní káwọn èèyàn pè wọlé. Òun ni pé wọ́n ti parọ́ fáwọn èèyàn wa. So bí Koiki ṣe ń sọ pé Yoruba nation ni the best option, tí gbogbo media tó jẹ́ 40 sọ the same thing. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo media wa tó lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá Akintoye lálẹ́ àbí ní ẹ̀ní àti bàbá wa Ìgbòho. Gbogbo náà lẹ ti rí fídíò yẹn. Mo ń bọ̀ Mr. Adam. So what we need to now understand with her is she has done what she can do, but tó bá release audio kémi tó ṣe exposition yẹn, ó tún máa jẹ́ kó dání. but in tó gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀mí Ọláyọmí Kóìkì kò sọ́n tó fẹ́ fi ṣe fún mi mo dẹ̀ hand over fún wọn. I won't say more than that. Wọ́n dẹ̀ tó bá máa parọ́ mọ́yàn ẹ̀yin Yorùbá náà lẹ́ máa ń ní ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní ẹ̀rí. Ẹ̀rí dẹ̀ wà because email ní parọ́, that's number one. Because email máa sọ time, ó máa sọ date, ó máa sọ seconds, ó máa sọ bí pé iṣẹ́ nìyẹn wà ó deliver ìyẹn lákọ̀ọ́kọ́. Communication ẹ̀ máa ti wọn kódà tí fóònù mi bá wà deleted ó wà in archive because mo ti back up gbogbo conversation ẹ̀ máa ti Onítìrì till date. Mo dẹ̀ mọ́jọ́ tí màá tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ gbẹ̀yìn last. So I won't say more than that. Ẹ má ẹ̀ka dẹ́yìn tó ń pè dúró. Well, ẹni sùúrù Mr. Dan ara lé ni wọ ẹni sùúrù ara lé ni Mr. Mr. Michael ni I gave up on Yoruba nation, the strategy is not right. Kò ń ṣe dandan. Ẹ̀yin náà lè ní strategy tí kẹgbẹ́ jáde, but not the kind of strategy tí Onítìrì. It's a movement. Ẹni tó bá sú á jáde á tún padà wọlé òun lọ̀rọ̀ Yoruba nation. So it's a good thing ẹni pé kí tún ka comment ẹ̀ jáde kó lè get fún gbogbo yàn. Ìkan náà mo rí pé mo ti rí ó tó jẹ́ mẹ́ta náà lórí program. I gave up on Yoruba nation, the strategy is not right. We are not going to talk ourselves into the Dua Republic. Tó bá di ti stage Sudan, strategy yẹn máa right. Ẹ má worry ara yín. Strategy tó ń lò ní Sudan ní sin gbogbo àgbáyé ló ń dá sí. So ọ̀rọ̀ Sudan la fẹ́ sọ, but wọ́n kọ̀ to divert wa lọ sọ́dọ̀ ìyá Onítìrì ni. Ẹgbọ́n sókè Mr. Dan.
Ṣẹ́rí, wọ́n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Sudan lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tàwa yìí. Tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tàwa yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́, bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Wọ́n ti prevent gbogbo nǹkan. Àwọn èèyàn wa tó sì wà tí Ọlọ́run fún yín ní ọpọlọ. Tẹ́ ẹ rí nǹkan. Tẹ́ ẹ sọ. Tẹ́ ẹ prevent wa fún gbogbo kìíní yìí kó má ṣẹlẹ̀. Àwọn kan dẹ̀ sì wà tó jà lórí burúkú èèyàn. Ukraine àti Russia ń jà lọ́wọ́ kò tí parí. Sudan bẹ̀rẹ̀ tiẹ̀. Kò lè yà mí lẹ́nu the next 2 months tẹ́ni tí bá fún Nàìjíríà. Ẹ má yẹ kó yà yín lẹ́nu. Torí wọ́n ti prevent ọ̀rọ̀ yìí fún wa. Because mi understand mi mọ̀. Ṣé nígbà tí kò tí kan ẹnìkan nínú yín kàwé fún wọn pa láti ẹ̀kọ́ sí ẹ̀rẹ́ ìṣègùn ẹ̀yìn. Ẹ wo ọdún náà ti wà ìgbà ọdún tó náà láti ìlú ọdún yìí ẹ̀wọ̀n àwọn tó ti pàtó òkú. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Ẹ wọ́n sà ẹjọ́ mi mọ̀ bóyá ó ní náà tó kàn sí àwọn mídíà kọ̀ọ̀kan tó kàn wà lórí platform tó lè tí wọ́n lè pé wọ́n fi lè báǹdì wọn. Ṣé àwọn mi tí mo dúpọ̀ Onítìrì yìí àtàwọn kàbá ẹ̀ bàbá dìde sọ̀rọ̀ wọn àwọn pípọ̀ yìí they are not ready to stop.
Ẹ ṣáàrí gbogbo tí Onítìrì yẹn tí ẹ kéré nínú kan, but it's important that we continue to talk about her. We are dealing with a bigger problem than the Onítìrì.
But these people, they are just confusing us. They are just confusing everybody.
No. Àní tí Onítìrì ẹ kéré ẹgbẹ́ tí Onítìrì sọ̀rọ̀ àkọlẹ̀ má sọ̀rọ̀ ẹni. So,
I don't know. This thing is very close. What close. No, and nobody knows where it's going to cross.
Okay. Amadele le rẹ máa wọ̀rẹ́ bó pẹ́ bóyá ẹ̀yẹ kàfẹ́ lómi láàyè ẹ ṣe gan ni. Mo kí ẹja rẹ máa bí ẹ kú rìn àjò tèmi Ọlọ́run máa bá ń fi ṣọ́ọ̀ṣọ́ yìí. Mo kí Lady K, mo kí bàbá Èkìtì. I hope gbogbo wọn ti fẹ́ délé. I was impressed. Well, discuss it with anybody. I mean, I wasn't aware that they were going down there. So sometimes it's good like that. Beshirora Pamoye that they did it was very, very good. When like often ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ watawa nita a lift spirit wa leni. Mo bí ẹ ṣe lift spirit wa tó. Sometimes we need people to lift our spirit. And you actually did so, you know, today. Every one of you. Kódà inú mi dùn tí mo tún rí bàbá wa Wòlíì Abíọ́dún. Bishop. Okay, no, rìnrìn àjò yẹn pẹ̀lú wọn. Ẹ káàbọ̀. He's a natural worker. Okay, very good. Very good.
So lọ sign gbogbo àwọn document wa. Okay. So it can now go on air. Mama Radba ti wa ń sìn. We can now so káwọn èèyàn lọ open àwọn different companies náà ti ń dìde. So it's not only our company that will be trading Yoruba now. About 6 different Yoruba online bank ló ti wà now. So àwọn èèyàn lọ máa open àwọn Yoruba cash wọ́n wà àwa náà RB àwa àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. So I'm trade àwọn èèyàn máa open account because we want to save economy of our people on the blockchain. Nítorí tó bá rúgbó kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ lọ bá ní Central Bank Nàìjíríà kò fẹ́ gba náírà mọ́. Àwọn tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ní Ukraine nísìnyí kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ lọ sí Ukraine lọ kọlẹ̀kùn wájú báǹkì kankan gbowó Ukraine owó tí bọ́ǹbù tó ti run dànù. So àwọn tó wọ́n wà lórí blockchain tó ti wà ní orí crypto orí international market ibikíbi tó bá wà lè gbà padà. So Ọlọ́run ti ràn wá lọ́wọ́. We've done a wonderful job. So people can now trade Yoruba now. So a máa kọ́ àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ṣe máa open. Ó ń gba crypto ó ń gba direct account náà. From P2P a máa kọ́ wọn wọ́n lè máa trade. Then ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ pé tactics iṣu òun tactics only tactics kan right bí nǹkan.
One strategy.
Strategy ó mean statement ni the strategy itself òun gangan ni Yoruba nation. So language tó yẹ kó lò kan ló lò ni. So I'm saying so that a lè máa gbọ́. So you can stop that. You should stop ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. A lè máa gbọ́. You should stop saying that. Tó bá ti rẹ̀ ó sinmi.
Oh yeah.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti yá tí okun bá ti wà fún ẹ, you join again.
Tí gbogbo wa bá sọ.
Jésù náà sọ ó ní pé àwọn ẹni ìṣíwájú wọn yóò dẹni ẹ̀yìn. Àwọn ẹni ẹ̀yìn wọn yóò dẹni ìṣíwájú. He's talking about what will happen during struggle. So mistake that ti ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ ń bá ń pariwo 2022 ọ̀rọ̀ náà wọ́n ń dájọ́ sí sovereignty wọ́n ń dájọ́ sí. Bàbá sì sọ lẹ́nìí wọ́n sì ṣàlàyé pẹ̀lú last year yẹn ó possible o. The possibility was 90%. Tí o bá ṣe nǹkan tí woman lọ ṣe yẹn tó bà ìrìn àjò yẹn jẹ́. But people are myopic. They don't know that pé nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn is a strategy on his own tó bà ìrìn àjò yẹn jẹ́. But they don't know that. So ó sún ìrìn àjò yẹn síwájú ni. But we thank God wípé Baba was so intelligent and so diplomatic tó ń ṣa gbogbo àwọn kan together back. So people should stop worrying about mentioning her name. I don't want to mention her name from my mouth again.
Yeah, she
doesn't deserve such a.
She doesn't deserve.
Gbogbo ẹni tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé gan ti padà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ pé wèrè làwọn ń tẹ̀lé. So people are now realizing the fact. So when you don't need to use your platform to give her popularity.
Yes, it's not necessary.
You don't need to use your platform to give her popularity.
We have a lot of other things to talk about. Yes. We have a lot of
many other things. Many other things. So then àwọn PTS pọ̀ o. Bàbá gan mọ̀ àwọn PTS ṣì wà.
Oh yeah.
So people are now watchful. Be careful.
All right.
So I did the Pharaoh Kobayaku.
We'll be here for them. We'll be here for them. That's what we'll be here for them.
The reason is because kani gbogbo wa ẹnu akọkọ a ṣe nǹkan náà. That is danger.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
That is danger. But to show wípé Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú wa. Ó yọ ipò yẹn kúrò nínú sínú àlìkámọ̀, àwa ń wúra wa separately báyìí, àwa dára wa mọ̀.
Oh yes.
That's it.
Oh yes.
Yes, true Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú wa.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So that's it. Even Chief Igbo was very happy.
Oh yes, I can imagine.
So ó wá mọ àwọn ọ̀tá, ó mọ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́.
Yeah.
And all that, yeah. So we thank God.
Bishop. All right,
So
I'll communicate.
Later.
Definitely, sir.
Later. Yeah,
definitely.
God bless you.
Thank you. Good evening to those of you that have just joined us. It's going to be in our language and English as we move into the program. Moki, all the Koikimedia team, you don't know the kind of work they are putting in behind the scene. I was sitting for 3 hours straight updating about what is happening in Sudan. I don't pray to bring those kind of updates in the near future with Nigeria. But the chances of that will mean that the federal government would have to discuss with those that are agitating. Agitating is not a crime. Once again, I say shout out to our Biafra brothers and sisters. If anyone disagree with you, always remember that me personally, I don't have any problem with you. You're not going to take our land. There's no doubt you will take it. Even if you have that intention to take it, I can assure you that. But I know you are not going to take our land. But I understand our people are very, very concerned. Probably maybe due to some of the histories behind us. But I always try to remind them that the reason why we are all in that situation is because of the British putting us together. The Sudan also have history, and the history is being played out as we speak right now. So, in as much as it would be nice for us to continue the push, which it is still ongoing, and that would literally tell the federal government that we are all serious. Moki, you have a Queen Momo. I always laugh when I read your comments on the Facebook. From tomorrow, I'll be able to reply some of you when the Facebook will remove the jail that they put us in. So, with the Biafras, they are divided as well, but a lot of our people don't know that. But we know because there are some of them, divided. Let me give you for our Yoruba. Tabamama divided between the Biafra. The doors, they call them the doors. They are the one that normally use in the Kano picture with green. So when you see them, you will know that these ones are not the autopilot of Simon Ekpa. They will normally use, some of them are a little bit, they are balanced. But majority of them have been told to use the picture of Nnamdi Kanu with the green background. Those ones you know automatically are not the autopilot. But notwithstanding, the evil contraction, like Prince Eze said there, will be destroyed. We've never, we've never exposed any plan. In the tactics of my media, nobody can come out and say, Koiki, on the day like this, I noted that you said something that compromised this movement. No. No. You might likely want to push it, babe, the way I speak. I'm not speaking for, when I come and speak as a spokesperson of Igboho, I know how I will control that narrative because I'm speaking on behalf of Igboho. But when I don't speak on behalf of Igboho, I'm speaking as an individual of my organization, which has nothing to do with Igboho. But people are always saying, because I'm the spokesman of Igboho, I should not speak like that. If it's a clash in here. I say that there will be war in Nigeria. I don't expect Igboho to come out and tell you there will be war. But Igboho is ready if there's going to be war. I know that. Because Aki Konjuni, everybody knows that. The caller that spoke, and you're more caller and you told me, Bishop Adesina has been giving me message before I traveled to Nigeria. And Bishop Adesina came to meet me in Ibadan, spend the weekend of the Easter holiday. I think it was a Thursday he arrived. We were together for Good Friday, Saturday, Easter Sunday, and Monday. And he actually went back to Lagos. Baba confirmed JP came to see me in Isoka àfáà tó wà ní Mecca, they came to see me. Most of them came to see me, and from there they connected to Chief. So ẹ̀yin ò mọ àwọn tá à ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. But what I'm trying to say to our people is that the current situation happening in Sudan might trigger in Nigeria if the federal government is thinking, look, I saw the Sudanese fighter jet was making a own blow, ìkànnà tank àwọn the other opposition here. You can be fighting from the top, but the problem is the country is gone already again. And that's what people don't understand. We don't want to go through that route. It is still possible because the country might be in conflict. There might be a lot of problems, but we are not there yet. But if the federal government, like the one they buy from America, let them use it to bomb down, it will not solve the problem anymore. United Nations is talking now. I think tomorrow they might have a Security Council. Do you know that the American ambassador arrived in Khartoum? He woke up with a bomb on his head. I mean, not on his own head, but the sound of bomb. In 3 hours, I've read a lot in terms of what is happening on the ground in Sudan. And if I have come out every day and tell people that, well, I mean, everybody can say that. I mean, it's easy for people to say, Koikimedia strategy. Elo si Benin Republic. Elo support one isale. Dr. Okebiorun has traveled to Benin Republic more than 7 times. I believe he's back in London now. Those are people that wants to know what is happening on the ground. It's easy to say, Koikimedia strategy by. No. Everybody has a role to play. And I believe Okebiorun traveling to Benin Republic was part of something that wanted to be seen on the ground. Just as I traveled to Nigeria, most of anybody, because I wanted to move for Jumilonja. I wanted to see what is happening on the ground. So, those of you that are always coming with this Otisua, it's because you are not prepared fully for what is about to start. Echo join láàrin méjì àbí pé in tó ń sọ ìwọ okay now make sense. But our active are beefed up, immediately are prepared for. That's why I'm losing hair, I'm becoming white. You know, my wife pleaded with me just to take it off today. I almost leave it. Some don't even like me when I'm like that. Because I'm beefed up, prepared for it. I'm prepared for even the worst case that can happen, which is death. But a lot of you are not prepared for it. So that's why you get, because you are not prepared for it. Eko gbádùn pé Yoruba nation wà ní pé ọmọ tó ń lọ yìí ó make sense gan. Ó ti sú wa, but prepare fún. Kàn gbádùn bí Koiki ṣe wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ni, but inside you prepare fún. Pé okay tó bá lọ báyìí, tó bá lọ báyìí. Tí kíní bá lọ báyìí, tó bá pa ẹni báyìí, tí nìkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. You know, wọ́n pa Dogon sínú ilé bàbá ni. Wọ́n pa Dogon náà. Ẹ̀yin mọ̀ bá Dogon ṣe jẹ́ ni. For 6 months I was with Chief. I know the relationship between Chief and Adogon. Ṣé ẹ̀yin mọ̀ pain tí Chief ṣì ń face bí wọ́n pa Dogon. Ẹ̀yin ò lè mọ̀ náà. Ìbò easy fẹ́yìn kẹ́yìn jókòó sórí social media kẹ́ máa comment kẹ́ ní any strategy ẹ ti send email sí wẹ́ ṣe kíní kan. It's very very easy. Udoka Okoro, good evening. That is ìyẹn ló easy jù. That is the most easiest thing to do. Ẹ̀yin mọ̀ relationship Adogon àti Olóyè. Ta ló ń bá Olóyè pa pain yẹn, ta ló ń bá pa mọ́ra. Àwọn ló ń bá fill hole yẹn. Eunice, good evening to you. So it's very easy for everybody to say we have strategy. Yeah, some of you even thought, you know, we are not going to get to where we are today. Some of you, I mean, yes, you know, the bad eggs, and we might still have some of them, the bad eggs, at least within some of the medias, we have not been able, are they not the same people that were criticizing me? Some of them. Oh, I don't have to give them platform on my own name, because they are relevant to me. I saw every one of them when I went on the ground. Mama, I want to lawyer as a chief. mo máa tó lóyà sí but bàbá yẹn ní brain òun fúnra rẹ̀ ní brain bí àṣà mọ́mí mi kan tó pẹ́ ní ẹ̀ sọ pé chief ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ lè pa chief bẹ̀ ṣe pa Bọ́lá Ìgè. You won't be able to kill him just as you killed Dele Giwa. Will you be able to kill him? You will not be able to kill Chief Sunday Igboho just as you killed Funmilayo Ramson Kuti. Chinedu Biafra, good evening to you. Some of you thought, the movement is just like a joke. There are plenty of unemployed youth in Yoruba land. It is easy to recruit them. Or it's easy to recruit them, but when we are raising money, some of you are, what are you raising? The Biafra are still raising money as I speak to you tonight. I believe they are doing fundraising. Am I right, Biafra that are with me tonight? Have they finished the fundraising? It becomes Ashiri, it becomes Afe. Because some of you don't know what we are into already. And then you now want to compare us with the Biafra. Oh yes, we have a lot of youth. We have a lot of Yoruba people that are ready to kick in and fight along with it. But some of them as well, we realize that, they are just there and there. So, Moki Baba Adeyemi Olanrewaju, Baba Pastor, Edikpemi Titi. So, Emily Awa, because like that's what I said, for now, we have a relationship with all the medias. I speak to them, but I'm not doing any partnership with anybody because in terms of some of it, eventually some of you wanted to speak to some of those criminals that left the movement that we saw already. If you bypass our no, you bypass me and then you go to them. I'm not mentioning their name because they're relevant to me. A lot of you bypass me. Koiki walkie-talkie through Koiki, can through in your con again. Movement language. Ben, movement is not easy, but God is in control. God is in control. And more pain tí Igboho feel for Adogon talk about. But for the 6 months I spent with Chief, I know how important that person is. And the federal government came to his house, butchered him, killed him, took the body away. And one alone was in control. And then you expect me not to give him my own loyalty. You can't give Igboho your own loyalty. You must give Yoruba Nation your loyalty. What is Yoruba Nation if Igboho is not there? Because Igboho could have decided not to be part of. Okay, Baba wa Igba Gani Adams, they say, mélòó ló ń ṣe nínú ọ̀rọ̀ Yoruba Nation. Apart from where our team Yoruba One Voice, they are making a lot of headways in their own little ways. But in terms of physically, we brought him into the program when we started the movement, and he told us clearly what he was going. But Igboho came out fully. And today, Igboho is not sleeping in his house, in his mansion in Soka, is somewhere in Benin Republic, have to pay rent for where he's living, where he has a mansion, because of Yoruba people. And once of him, loyalty, so, we should appreciate the media that travel to Benin Republic because they also gave every one of us that hope that a lot of us were thinking is no longer there. Yeah, I mean, lolly. But those on the ground, Nigeria or Benin Republic, you could die along the line. Not because of anything, but because of too many wahala that a car can hit. Do you know how many people died in Nigeria today? There was accident today. You want to go and read all this blog that is not interested. We also have our reporter now that have actually mandated one of our young Yoruba youth, Tomba Bishishe, and is giving report every day, nothing less than 10 articles. Some of you don't read it. So, we could have lost somebody if care is not taken because of the situation of things in Nigeria. Not to do with Yoruba Nation now. But walk by the law, see base one because Bishop have confirmed that he's back home. If them will be bishop who are. And I pray the other ones that are traveling, I'm going to look at Baba Ekiti. Those are long distance. So for them to go to Benin Republic today lifted a bit of our spirit up again. And we cannot pay them money for that. We can only say thank you for that. But one thing is, are we going to get to the situation of Sudan? If it's more long ago, I have said it I knew from day one, we are picked by Yoruba nation, I'm a Jani. Okay, I won't any no, I'm a so I'm a ja. Ọlọ́run máa ṣe. Okay, Ọlọ́run lè ṣe náà. Gbogbo internal crisis tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú Nigeria, ó máa erupt and it will be like Sudan. Because the situation in Sudan, like I say, we might do a proper program on this. So I'm just, in and out. In and out. I was going to sleep. Ìyàwó mi ló ní, ó ti sọ fún mi pé máa jáde. Kémi níyàwó ẹ̀. Ó ti sọ fún mi pé máa jáde. Even if it's just for that's why we are in and out. We are not using the full broadcast tonight. Do you know how much they sell one AK-47? Tell me, don't take AK-47 whether it's brand new or new one. Do you know how much it takes to train the people that we are working? And people were trained, at least we train them to the vigilante, not, heck. At least I train them, okay, just to make sure we need vigilante or full. On those days, we still have Fulani people that kidnap our people. But there's two, yes, Clement is telling me those are the betrayers of the struggle. I know that. The people that are calling themselves those are the ones that sold Nnamdi Kanu out to the Nigerian government plus Ilui. Bomb bastard, all these people that call themselves those. Bomb bastard. And that's why they continue to get very bitter. But they were not there. When Nnamdi Kanu, I was the one that Nnamdi Kanu first spoke to through Simon Ekpa before we made that meeting. And only God just know that on Emari Beni. Talk about Nnamdi Kanu, maybe we'll be talking about different things today. And there's still some other, big guns there, the Tompolo. We know that, that one that called himself Muslim and the wife is Christian, that Asarido Kubo, is in and out there. They all have their stakeholders in Nigeria. Tompolo doesn't want to lose what he's enjoying from the federal government. That's a fact, I'm telling you guys. Because if we have those kind of individuals that are also saying that we break up Nigeria, Nigeria would have been gone almost 2 years ago. But they are not interested. Asarido Kubo has a lot of stake. He has a big, business enterprise somewhere, I think in Benin Republic. They are making a lot of money, and the politicians are still promising them money if they do not get involved with Biafra or Yoruba Nation or Middle Belt struggle. No going back. That is part of the problem we have in the movement. I'm telling you that lẹ́yìn ìyàwó àtọmọ Ìgbòho tí bá pè lálẹ́ nísìn ó sì máa gbé call mi tó bá sùn lọ gbẹ́rẹ́ tó bá kọ̀ jí tó rí miss call yẹn ó máa pè padà. That is the relationship we have. And every day I come out I tell you that Ìgbòho say no going back. But it's good that we also hear it from his mouth, which also lifts the spirit. But I have been telling you from day one that but because it's part of the problem. Some of you don't believe me. I traveled with him for 6 months. I don't have to give you all the details of where we are traveling up and down to. Sometimes I could see him is knackered in the car on our way back. Olówó mà ní Ìgbòho, olówó tó wá ń káàkiri bí torí pé Yorùbá nation. Ẹ wá ń dọ̀tí ẹ̀. And you now expect me, to not give him my loyalty. Mo sọ statement yẹn níjọ́ kan, àwọn màmá kan pè mí wọ́n ní wọ́n má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Màá kọ́ repeat ẹ̀ but kò ń ṣe pé kíní but statement àwọn tó bá rántí mo ní máa gba bullet fún Ìgbòho. Àwọn kan pè wọ́n ní kí n má sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ mọ́. púpọ̀ nu yín èbí àwọn tẹ fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ náà gbogbo wọn láti disappoint yín nísìn èmi ò dẹ̀ lọ́bi kankan mo ní Yorùbá nation òun la máa ibẹ̀ la máa níbí ló máa kú sí ta ló mọ Mario game níbí ló máa kú sí owó ló máa lọ fi ń gba ní Lagos Island tó máa gba tẹ́tẹ́ lórí ẹ̀ ìyàwó mi tẹ́ ń sọ fún mi nípa mo ń bọ̀ kọ́là mo mọ tá à ń sound ta ló mọ sound àwọn ará Èkó gbogbo nǹkan ló máa fi ń gba tẹ́tẹ́ ìyàwó máa tún máa ní ìjọ ọlọ́ bí ìwọ̀ tó máa bí mi ní sound a máa ń dápara mi àti ìyàwó máa ń ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ bí ẹ̀gbọ́n àtàbúrò ni wa mo ní sound ló wá ń sọ fún mi bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ní mo mọ sound mo ní níbi la bá kú sí but ẹ̀yin ò lè understand that's why I come out and I give you the dimension and lift the spirit pé Ìgbòho sọ pé no going back níṣẹ́ tí Ìgbòho bá fẹ́ lọ àti lọ tipẹ́tipẹ́ mo rántí gbà tá a sọ̀rọ̀ sí kò nígbà sọ̀rọ̀ sí bàbá Ayọ̀ Gio we were almost gonna go and save kó tó di pọ́ mọ́ tó wá ṣaláìsì àbá bàbá yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ bàbá yẹn dẹ́ni pé ká má wọrí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò lè tó yẹn ẹgbọ́n òsókè tó ń pè gbàtà ẹ̀mọ́ Ìgbòho ni ẹgbọ́n òsókè tó ń sọ̀rọ̀.
ẹnu mi sá ọláyẹmí kò yìí.
ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun brọ́dà.
ọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn.
ẹ ní ṣòfò wọn ní fòkú ránṣẹ́ sílé tọmọtọmọ lágbára náà.
ẹni tó bá tẹ̀ ń rò tí ẹ lọ́ máa fi ránṣẹ́ sílé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. ọba tí ń rò lọ́kàn báyìí tí lọ́ máa fi ránṣẹ́ sílé.
àmì olúwa ìṣàmì mo gbé tẹ̀mù ẹ kú iṣẹ́ my brother. ṣe rí Yorùbá nation tí ẹ gbé dání tí ó jẹ́ pé àwa ọmọ ọkọ Yorùbá mo lè sọ pé ọmọ ọkọ torí gbogbo akọ́lọ́mọ ọkọ
ẹjẹ bá ń bomi mọ́
tí a mọ ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀ àwa ní ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lóye àwa tó dẹ̀ pọ̀ jù ní àwa tá a wà ní location 419 nítorí pé mo rí nǹkan kan ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá ni mo fi mọ̀ pé yàtọ̀ sí pé tí ìlú yìí bá dá dúró tá a ṣe òfin tó jẹ́ pé òfin tó bá mẹ́lẹ́gún òun ló mẹ́lẹ́hà òfin tó bá mú Kọ́yìndé òun náà ló mú Táyé ló mú Àlàbá
ló máa mú Koikimedia
yàtọ̀ sí ìyẹn nìkan òun nìkan nílùú yìí lè fi dáa ìran ọmọ Yorùbá la lè fi kú olóko ẹrú.
lágbára Ọlọ́run bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
mo rí nǹkan kan ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá ṣe rí ńgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ election yẹn ń bọ̀ lọ́nà sá.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
gbogbo èmi ni àwọn káyè tó máa ń mú àwọn ọ̀yà tó ń ta oúnjẹ nínú street yẹn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni sá.
àti àwọn lásìkò kan wà tó máa ń gbé tó máa ń lo àwọn tó ń fa tó fi ń tó àwọn èèyàn tó ń pa àwọn èèyàn lẹ́kún káàkiri gbòòrò. ó dẹ̀ sọ ó kú bíi 1 month ó dẹ̀ sọ́kù wọn.
ṣèbí ó kíní gan jáde náà kíní gan jáde tó sọ kí ló ń pè gọ́fúnà Sanwó-Olú yẹn ó ní kọ́ òṣèlú àwọn yẹn tẹ̀ jáde tán apologize ni mo rí fídíò yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ò rí àwọn ti Lagos State wọ́n jáde náà tán ń bẹ gbogbo aráàlú pé kọ́ ìjọ kọ́ má bínú sáwọn wọ́n tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mú mọ́tò nísìn àwọn lórí burúkú bombasta.
wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ padà o òun ni mo fi mọ̀ pé ìgbésí ayé àwa ọmọ Yorùbá kò kan àwọn olóṣèlú yìí àwọn òjèlú kò kàn wọ́n rárá. wọ́n ti sọ wá di bọ́ọ̀lù. nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ di election tó bá jẹ́ pé gbogbo èèyàn bá dàbí tèmi ní ẹ̀sà wọn ò ní rí èèyàn kan báyìí jáde. ṣùgbọ́n mo rí i pé wọ́n ti brainwash àwọn èèyàn wa bí ìgbà tẹ́ pé wọ́n ti kó ọpọlọ wọn kú wọ́n á kó blóńbló sí ọpọlọ orí wọn.
ìwọ̀nba la lè blame wọn kò ṣẹjọ́ wọn poverty ni.
nítorí tó bá jẹ́ pé ohun tẹ́ ń ṣe yìí ó yí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn ni in fact ó yẹ ká rérò jù báyìí lọ inú mi ti ẹ̀dùn lé nípò láwọn tó lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ wa bàbá olóyè Sunday Igboho bàbá yẹn wọn ò ní sìnkú ẹ̀ lójijì torí èmi mọ̀ pé ó ti lórúkọ nílẹ̀ yìí tí orúkọ òdè lè parẹ́ mọ́ láéláé nítorí àwọn ará àgbọ̀gbọ̀ sì mọ̀ pé n ò lè ṣépè fún Ìgbòho àdúrà náà wọn máa ṣe fún nítorí ó fúnyàn ní ọjọ́ méje ó ní òun ò gbọdọ̀ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọjọ́ méje kó ó dẹ̀ rí bẹ́ẹ̀. ẹnu
ọjọ́ méje lèmi náà dé Nàìjíríà wàláì.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ náà là ń wò yìí gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lọ sí kìtì tẹ́ lọ sí pípé gbogbo ẹ̀ là ń wò yìí. so nítorí ìdílé yìí ọ̀nà àbáyọ kan ṣoṣo tó wà òun ni Yorùbá nation.
ká get out bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ká get out ẹ ṣe gan-an thank you so much. I'm talking at this current situation of Sudan. Those situation has been there. Just as the situation in Nigeria, we are hiding it, we are all living in denial. We don't want to come out and say the way it is meant to be said. Some of us are trying to be careful. We don't want to speak in a way that, especially some of us, so that the government will not come and pick us and, attack us. A lot of you have spent money, a lot of you have spent time. But just like Bishop said, if we wanted to have put a date around it, yes, it would have been done. But also, we are fighting a lot of people, whether spiritually, physically, and it has been a very, very tedious one. And there's no strategy. Even America that has, the big, I mean, I cannot talk too much about the leak file, but I've been reading it. I don't know whether some of you have been able to access it. And you can tell that America is projecting that the war in Russia and Ukraine, you can see, so there's a lot of things that you might say, oh, Mashelebai, Komashelebai. Koikimedia, Bamaiti Loseko Nisin, Mighty Logberali Loseko. It does not matter. Ìjọkan náà tàbá gbé lọ náà nǹkan kan máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ní. Koikimedia protect ilé Ìgbòho dáadáa. Ṣé ilé Ìgbòho wá jẹ́gẹ́ bí military base ni? His house is not a military base. It's a resident. So all these issues were all there. Hello, caller. Eba mute background. Ekale sir.
Yes, sir. Láti Ìlọrin ni wọ́n ṣì ní sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹgbọ́n sókè bàbá wa.
Sir, ẹ pé tó.
Ètò náà nìyẹn.
Ṣé rí.
Mo kí ẹni sùúrù, mo kí àtó bí mi lọ́mọ. Bá ti rí ìyá mi mo gbọ́dọ̀ kí dáadáa. Torí tó bá pé ó ti bí mi bó ṣe ń jó àwọn ọmọ nù. Nílọrin tó ti pè náà ní 2 weeks ago. Ọmọ Kókó ọ̀jú náà ni. I'm sure some of you read the story. That's the band follow wa dáadáa. Ọmọ Kókó àràǹgbá. So mo kí àlìjẹ́nu lé ní yẹn bá lò. Ẹni kí ni ẹ network yẹn lọ àgbọ̀ bí tẹ̀sán àǹjọ̀nú yẹn nìkan la gbọ́ èmi dẹ̀ máa ń fi gbọ́rọ̀ àǹjọ̀nú.
Àlìjẹ́nu lé ní yẹn bá ṣiṣẹ́ ẹni.
Problem. Infrastructure problem. Network. Waris Jinadu mo kí Yamile nǹkan sí káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. A ti sọ̀rọ̀ kọjá darí lẹ́nu. A lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ lójoojúmọ́.
Hello, sir.
Ẹgbọ́n sókè.
Hello.
À ń gbọ́ yín.
Ó kálukú mọ tí wọ́n ṣe mọ́. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká blame àwọn èèyàn oògùn ni wọ́n ń lò fún àwọn ẹlòmíì. Fún àwọn èèyàn gbogbo orú tí wọ́n ṣe yẹn níṣẹ́ rí àwọn kálukú padà wá ká. Tọ́lọ́run fi wá gbàdúrà wa dábì yóò fi mú adé ibi tá à ń lọ. Olóògùn Ọlọ́run pé gbogbo tí àwọn èèyàn ń sọ ẹnì báyọ̀ ni Yorùbá lè sọ padà já sí gbogbo tí ẹ ti ń pariwo látọ̀dún yìí tí ó ń kálukú gbọ́ ojú ń kálukú wà láti pé àṣẹ tí wọ́n sọ ní àṣẹ torí ìyá tí a fẹ́ jẹ ni gbogbo tí a fi ń ṣe yìí náà làwọn ènìyàn fi pariwo ẹ̀rí pé àwọn ọ̀ká ìtẹ̀sọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹ̀rí pé wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wàhálà àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe yẹn tọ́lọ́ fi wá gbàdúrà wa nù tọ́ ẹ pé ó ń kálukú ó fi àárí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ń sọ tó kòrò létí àwọn òǹkálùkù wa dìde fẹ́tọ̀ rẹ̀ ẹni pé ní ọ̀ka báyìí mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pé ẹ má wọ́ọ̀rì mo ti sọ sínú mẹ́sẹ̀gì nínú WhatsApp ní ìjọba pé ẹ má wọ́ọ̀rì òǹkálùkù ẹ̀ ní sọ fún ìyàmá tó kálùkù ó fi dìde fẹ́tọ̀ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ògùn Ọlọ́run bí ó sì jẹ́ nù ẹ̀yí ká máa wòrán lọ Ọlọ́run gbàdúrà wa ẹ má fi jùlọ. A kú Ramadan. Àwọn tó mọ̀ mí dáadáa, I'm not going to mention his name and I'm not going to mention the platform. I've just picked up one of àwọn tájọ wà ní phase 2 ní Adéníjà Délé. Mo ní sọ̀rọ̀ building ní fún yín, but we live opposite each other. Ọwọ́ mi báyìí. And I'm sure a lot of them have also got children, some of them have traveled out. Not everybody in Nigeria that is not okay. Àwọn ní owó clean money gidi. Ànípàdé wa kan every year. Ó ṣe lọ ní láìpẹ́ yìí. Àti ìyàwó àtọmọ, I think about 3 children. Wọ́n ṣe wá sí London. Very, very intelligent guy. Ibà náà ló ti study in Sheffield. And there's so many of them like that. But every one of them agrees that Nigeria is not working. I'm sure that they might not really want to come out and say, just like, my old school association. I left them in 2014. If ẹ̀yin ò tí prepare for Yoruba Nation. 2014, àwọn tájọ lọ sí secondary school. Mo yọra mi kúrò ní WhatsApp group. Mo yọra mi kúrò. Kò mí pé mo ní bá wọn ṣe. Àmì máa ń kí president wa ti bá site.
ìyẹn wà ní US headgear wa kájọ ṣetán art class ló wà tí bá pè ní sinwọ̀n àgbékọ̀ wọ́n ti bẹ̀ mí títí pé àwọn believe tí mò ń ṣe àwọn kan pé bò kí ṣáà Koiki ìjọ ló wá di báyìí gan sẹ́ẹ̀. I left the group because at the end of the day, some of them are going to suffer it because I saw them when I go to Nigeria. I keep telling you, they look like people that are sick. Oh, for me concern each time I go to Nigeria. Later, they always look like people that are sick. So even though I can say that we are happy, but I'm not happy the way I'm seeing people that we went to school together. And some of them they are very brilliant than me. But the situation, even if you have a business, the business will collapse. Nothing seems to be working. But I'm sure, some of them now, especially on 31 phase 2, they will understand what I'm saying. They know what I'm talking about. But we don't agree that everybody will accept us straight away. Koiki, why do you want Nigeria to break? Give us the reason. But the reason that Nigeria needs to break is because we're indigenous people. We are not Nigerians. If everybody can understand that, then it makes it easier to start with. How can we say that Ijebu Ode as far back as 1533? Mojuturi Junior mi kan náà nísìn. Ìyẹn náà gbóná gan. Mo bọ̀ yawa ẹni sọ̀rọ̀. Junior wa yẹn náà gbóná gan. Ó dà pé UK ló wà. Wọ́n fún mi lówó tẹ̀ tó jẹ́ mẹ́ta. Àtẹ̀gbúrò ẹ̀ kò fún mi lówó mọ́. Bí ọ̀nà ti wà fẹ́ dọ̀. Egbò yìí kàn pariwo ni. But in tó máa fọ́ Nàìjíríà òun ló súnmọ́ wa lẹ́ẹ̀kankan báyìí. Go and follow what is happening in Sudan. Wọ́n bí airline kankan dá tó náà lọ sí Sudan lálẹ́. See, don't gbóná burúkú. Do we want to get to that stage before we come to reality? Do we expect that, the first bomb needs to be thrown before the airlines start diverting and say they're going to Ghana or Benin Republic? We don't need to get to that stage. Nigeria is not working, it's not working. Okay, Mumbo Yame, for me, another 1 minute. If we say that we want to stay in Nigeria, the Biafra say they don't want to stay in Nigeria. You don't like the Igbo people, let them go. We don't like them. You don't like them. I don't like them. Everybody don't like them. And they will never be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria because they're not going to give you the opportunity. If 8 years is completed, no Igbo will come back again and say he wants to contest and he will be the president of Nigeria. Elogbon Konti Ngozi, the former finance minister. Elogbon Konto Solale. We don't like them. So let everybody go their separate ways before the next bomb will erupt in Nigeria. Then ojú everybody awaja. I have told you from day one. Ogun ló máa parí ẹ̀. Àwọn padà ní Koiki ogun ní parí ẹ̀. Okay, ó là ń bá lọ yìí. Ẹgbọ́n sókè yá wa. Ó tó jẹ́ mẹ́ta o.
Mo kọ́kọ́ mo send message sí yín.
Mo ti reply yín. Ẹ má ẹ̀ka tó go through yẹn. Ẹ má ọ̀rẹ́. Mo ti reply yín.
Okay. All right. Number 2. Kíní kan ni mo wò ní àárọ̀ yìí. Ní kíní ìgbà tí bàbá wa Sunday Igboho Adéyẹmọ gbà tó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀. Mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ kò gbà tó sílé tí àwọn ọmọ wọn fi give a speech. Wọ́n wá wo gbogbo wọn tí wọ́n wà níbẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ náà lọ. Mo jókòó mo ní ṣé bí ilé ayé ṣe rí ni. Gbogbo àwọn tó jọ ń tọwọ́ bọwọ́ tó jọ ń jẹun tó jọ ń ṣe gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba. Wọ́n wo ipò tí ẹni yẹn wà ó dẹ̀ gbé rẹ̀ sí low level pátápátá. Tí ò wo kankan rárá. Kò wo àwọn ipò kó ipò ńlá ló ń wo àwọn ọlọ́ba àwọn politician. Ifá ẹ̀rọ ọlọ́run bá mi. Mo dẹ̀ yin ọlọ́run látara wọn yí pé wọ́n máa ń sọ pé kò sí ta mú wáyé kò dẹ̀ sí ta máa mú lọ. Ẹ gbogbo nǹkan tó filẹ̀ pé ilé gan lásán yóò lè gbé lọ owó wọn lè gbé lọ.
Igboho has not slept in his house now for kò tí ilé àgbàlá ètò kọ́ kò tí sunná ẹ̀ nísìn for almost going to 2 years. Ilé àgbàlá tó kọ́ ó wà ń bẹ̀.
Ẹ wá wo gbogbo àwọn tó wá jọ jẹ kò wá sí kankan tó wá ronú. Mo wá wo gbogbo àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n máa lé ní 1,000 tí ò bá jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Kò wá sí pé bí i 10 people. Abi 20 people.
Because what people Yoruba nation is all about Igboho, so some people don't want to get involved. But it's about every one of us. Everybody will chop breakfast. It's just a matter of time. We chop the breakfast. Àwọn Yoruba elites don't want to do what Igboho is doing. They don't want to lose what they own. That's why people like Afe Babalola is not going to come out. Afe Babalola just donated 10 million pounds to King's College when in his hometown there's poverty smelling and stinking all over the place. But it's his money. But do we know how he make that money to get? Yeah, people can be brilliant, but they can also use them as well. All these are bomb bastard governor. I can bet my life 4 years that Babiodo is not going to complete that cargo airport. We'll be here to tell you that.
Bàbá wa tó kú níjọ́ wo bí ọba tó kú Olúbàdàn ọba Ìbàdàn tó kú ṣé ó mọ̀ fún máa kú tó bá mọ̀ fún máa kú ṣé kò ní sọ pé òkè ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi gbogbo owó ilé kan tẹ̀lé rẹ̀ ní òun ṣé gbogbo ilé tán kọ́ àtọwó tán kọ́ ṣé wọ́n tó tún lé méjì pọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà ni yàrá ẹyọ kan náà lọ́ máa dùnkò tí wọ́n ṣe lè lè tó.
Gbogbo wọn ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà kó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀rí tí wọ́n ní Nàìjíríà máa ti pín. That's why Baba Adebanjo is still talking about struggle continuing one Nigeria at 95 years old. Gbogbo wọn fẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà àwa là ń sọ pé kí Nàìjíríà kó pín àwọn táwọn tẹ́ ń sọ yẹn they are not interested for Nigeria to break, especially for them they believe that they've worked too hard, they've worked so hard, they've put their effort to get to Nigeria to where it is. Káwa wa máa sọ pé a fẹ́ break in Nigeria, and I know what Baba Adebanjo keep telling èmi sọ fún mi pé mo mọ tó bàbá yẹn sọ. Kò jẹ́ kí n record ni oní Koikimedia record o. So
anyway gbàtọ́ jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti decide pé ó pè àwọn káwọn kú sínú rọ́ káwọn lọ jẹ̀yà táwọn bá gbélé ayé ti ju káwọn sọ.
àwọn youth ló máa ní sense tí youth bá ti ní sense then we will do the needful. So àwọn youth ò tí ní sense now. 4.5 million Yoruba people are out of job. You are just waking up, sleeping, go to bed. The inflation is there. Is inflation. Ẹlòmíì ọ̀dà gbogbo inflation tí mo ń sọ GDP ẹlòmíì bí adíẹ̀díẹ̀ lọ́kàn understand it. Ẹlòmíì lówó lọ́pọ̀ báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ lówó lọ́wọ́. The countries, this money is going to become useless as we go into the inflation and there's no growth. Gbogbo láti ṣàlàyé fún yín, I explain fún yín lójoojúmọ́. Òní ò lówó lọ́pọ̀ báwo ló ṣe lówó lọ́wọ́.
A dúpẹ́ fún orí ọ̀fẹ́ tọ́lọ́ fún bàbá wa Adébánjọ àti bàbá wa Sunday Igboho àti bàbá adúpẹ́ fún orí ọ̀fẹ́ tọ́lọ́ fún wọn ọlọ́dẹ tó bọ́ máa pẹ̀lú wọn.
Àmín ẹ ṣé gan ni, thank you so much. Màá bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ ìyá wa, thank you so much. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí everybody wants peace. Ẹ lọ gbọ́n kan tí Brazilian president sọ fún America. Let me see if I can play that video before we take the next call. Where's that video? I posted it earlier this evening. I'm going to play what he actually said. Brazil is a very, very powerful economy. Let's hear what he has to say. Nobody wants war. Everybody must work towards a peace. But we are talking about some African countries that they also have internal people that we can already confirm to you based on the evidence that during the U.S. Senate Committee or whatever, the African. Remember they said that General Dombozo or whatever in Guinea, Guinea in Senegal. 1 minute, let me go back to my file. Where America trained them, and then the next week or the week after, Guinea. Remember that video we played? 50,000 people have been trained by the American government. And out of those 50,000 in 2021, one of them overthrown the government in Guinea Republic. And I'm asking the question, is that the same thing that has happened in Nigeria? Have they also played a part using people like MK Abiola to fund the coup and destabilize the country, and everybody's gone into comatose? I was watching a guy on YouTube today. How much Yoruba is Sudan? But one is Leo something is called. Or one teacher any English or something like that. Labe Bridge. They are Yorubas. Because you can tell from their body. They're already sleeping with people anyway. You can tell. That is the generation that is going to come and kill you, that you are still saying you don't want Yoruba nation. Those are the people. Okay, I don't know what is the ethnic background of those that are working with Tiwa Savage, but we all knew that Tiwa Savage was almost going to be kidnapped. I don't want her to be kidnapped. She's a celebrity. or whatever she is. So those are the people that will one day come for you. Even with your, like, you move with your escort, they will attack you because they see you as the crocodile that is going to bite the chicken. Young girls, my mom will call YouTube page, but I can't play the video because it's not mine. I didn't cry, but I was just looking at it and saying, I'm a lady. I'm a kiki. Just like, you know, we can say they are just like our own daughters. But I know about what I'm doing. You don't want to go on. You understand? Continue to try to say more if you sorrow. At least you can tell that your daughter, after some stages, you know, you can start seeing the reproduction in them. Imagine that your own daughter is now sleeping on the street somewhere in America, and some men there are chuking her. That is the generation that we are producing in that bastard country you call Nigeria. I didn't cry, but I was just looking at them. At least I want they are playing their part. But in the long run, Melu, Polabel Shudimbe, Fagbo, this, that. Not that we don't have people that can train them. How much does it cost to get those ones in the school, build a boarding house, put them there, feed them every day, rather than being on the street? But they want the society, the Western world want that as well. But these are the people that will come for you. Let's hear what Brazilian president had to say. I don't know his full name, but I'm sure you know him anyway. So what I'll do is let me see if I can translate. All right, 1 minute. I'm gonna have to pull it out from my big laptop because even though I'm wearing my glasses, I'm still struggling to read. But I'm sure you've all seen it on the Instagram. You know, we're trying our best to post on all our platforms so that you're on video by. Sometimes we can't post it on YouTube because it doesn't belong to us. Let me see if I can just, but at least we can hear what there's a killer on the loose here in UK. A violent man who was escorted leave from a secured hospital managed to run away from his escort when they went into a shop, and he remains on the run. Musa Jamel is 26. So, okay, let me open it from here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it. So I'm going to read exactly what he's saying. That way, I think China was a very important role. Then I'll play the video just for us to get the voice. I keep reiterating that China possibly has the most important role. Remember, it's in China. But let me take that back. But another important country is United States of America. US is very, very important country. It's not a country that you can just wash aside. But the relationship between US and Russia is gone sour. And begin to speak about peace. We want peace. We don't want problem. Moki egbo mi ní Manchester. Ebanki ọ̀rẹ́ mi oní búrẹ́dì. Lẹ́kan ọ̀rẹ́ mi oní búrẹ́dì. Ìjọ tó rí mi bá ní Koiki yóò ló wá dà báyìí torí Ọlọ́run. Ó yá jókòó bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ́ kí ló fẹ́ jẹ? Jẹ kankan but máa mu drink. Ó yá bá mu drink bẹ́ẹ̀. You know, we should drink, I'm a drink. Not alcohol. You know, èmi àti ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ní tajọ wà ní Manchester àjọ ta lọ èmi àti Heritage. Oníjọ́ ló wá dé báyìí Koiki. Mo ní ṣé tí Nàìjíríà bá dání ṣé tó bá tẹ̀ǹta búrẹ́dì ṣé wọ́n ló yẹ kó jókòó síbi oní búrẹ́dì ṣèbí wàá fi ṣe franchise ni wàá ṣí búrẹ́dì bàbá ẹ̀ ní bastard owó l'Abẹ́òkúta mo fi dárúkọ wọn bastard owó ọmọ olówó gidi ni. You know, bread business is a good business, but Abẹ́òkúta lẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ ti máa ṣe bread business káwa máa ṣe franchises in London kò ṣe kájọ kò sí London ká wà ní ṣọ́ọ̀pù kékékékékékékéké tá à ń pèrè àwa ní big woman big man tàbá wá ṣe fèsì party mo wà ní literal mo wá bí ìyàwó mi mo ní ṣèwà tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ party ládùúgbò wa ọ̀lù kan wà ládùúgbò wa sọ́mà ti dé nísìn a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbogbo ẹ̀yìn ìyàwó yẹn ẹ̀kúkú ní dàmí mọ̀ máa rí yín báyìí máa fi rẹ́rìn. So kí ni Brazilian president kan sọ ni pé there should be peace in the world. We need peace. But you see, when we say we want peace, there can never be peace. There can never be peace. So, let's play it for the benefit.
O papel mais importante. Agora, outro país importante é o dos Estados Unidos. Ou seja, é preciso que os Estados Unidos pare de incentivar a guerra e comece a falar em paz. É preciso que a União Europeia comece a falar em paz, para a gente poder convencer o Putin e o Zelensky de que a paz interessa a todo mundo e a guerra só está interessando por enquanto os dois. Eu acho que a China tem papel muito...
So, he's just saying that there should be peace in the world, but everybody knows that there can never be peace because people don't want peace to reign. If they want peace to reign, we would have gone back to regional government some probably 20 years ago. But because our politicians also wanted to make a lot of money, so they agree with the fraudulent military cabal. Military don't control our politicians in Mokiyawa Faith David. Mokiela Constitution. These are brilliant, during our days in Abeokuta Grammar School. It's my junior, but and he's doing very well with his family as we speak right now. So what I was trying to say again is, if there's not going to be peace in Nigeria, then what are we going to get? By now, we should have gone to regional government. Kawama Asokwe, I think move out just like Scotland is doing, because Scotland is in kind of, they have their own autonomy, at least a little bit, but they are still saying they're wonderful independent out. But I will tell you, when I practice the federalism, I don't practice. But it's all lies. Everybody knows that we are not practicing true federalism. We are running on a fraudulent 1999 constitution. So, but when our Yoruba people, they see Governor Sanwo-Olu, I saw him, on his Twitter post, I'm having meeting with America or maybe the World Bank or IMF. It's all fraud. For you, it's not fraud. For us, we know that it's fraud. You see that Babiodun taking picture with a big man like, the owner of Gatwick. Camouflaging it. So that Logun State, you will see him as somebody that is making effort. Kilo de ti baba yen funra re, baba Ogunlesi, kilo tawon gbowo to je owo gidi sile ko ba wa se Ogun State cargo airport yen. Ṣebí gbogbo ala wọn sọ pé he owns Gatwick airport. Why is he? Let's forget about Lagos Muritala Mohammed airport, because that one is not in control of Dapo Abiodun. But at least let's talk about the cargo airport. That man can do it. I'm talking about Ogunlesi. He has the money. All right. Mix it up. But he's not going to do it. But you can see that they are taking picture. Those picture is part of the lies. But as an average Yoruba man in Ogun State, see, I read the comment, of governor. Already they say, the one in Oyo State, another criminal bomb bastard. Sheyi Makinde, bomb bastard. Otingbale mo ilo woni sin. Election ti tan, it doesn't need you anymore. They impeach it. Egbon soke. Angels are good. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm just one now on the Afro share party fundraising one. They are raising a lot of money all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone's okay.
Yeah. No very question, Mr. Quick. I post the video where I've been last week, a bit 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Timori bit at this rally in the UK.
Okay.
And very big. I want to just see rally ni bona one see by.
Well, based on the movement
because
as it is. Yeah. If we're gonna do such a rally again, I don't think we will get the target again, because part of Inti Yajagba, because those that believe in her are not going to come out for any more rally in London and say, can't get out. I want to back country one. So I can paroni. So part of the damage in here. But that rally, like you said, was one of the best rally, and we can only thank, you know, Bedu, Heritage, you know, all the players, the Alajara, and everyone that plays their best role, and all our grandmas and everybody that spent money, including myself, and those that attended, and those that couldn't make it. Even going to which I was, you know, we've done a few rallies, but I think the last one we did, you know, was the best. You know, at least after rally, I feel Boris Johnson law, but the 25-meter flag was.
Rally Omad. But mo wo rally mo ní kai. Ǹjẹ́ tí ó bá jẹ́ pé ẹnu wa bó ṣe kù ní àtìlẹ́yìn tẹ́gbẹ́ irú rally tẹ́ ń ṣe ní UK yẹn.
Ọlọ́run àjẹ́ kókó.
Tẹ́ tó ṣe ìgé. Tẹ́ tó rí bí 2 yẹn ìgé. Sáwọn àwọn UK gan-an wọn ní máa sọ pé ọ̀dà pé kankan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Ibùdó gan àwọn gan lọ́mọ akọ́kọ́ pé Nàìjíríà gọọmẹ̀ntì pé ọ̀dà pọ́n pípù yìí. Wọ́n ti fẹ́ dá wà lálẹ́ nílùú yìí o. Ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe bá ṣe wá wọ́n náà bá pípù ṣe máa lọ. Second, bẹ̀tí gbà téèyàn kan dé tọ́dẹ̀ wàá kó sí wa láàrin tó di òróró kalẹ̀ tó já sínú ẹran ẹ mọ̀ pé lórí ẹ mọ̀ mi mọ tí mo fẹ́ sọ sí yẹn ká gbé títí ẹ̀yẹn sẹ́gbẹ̀ kan. Mo rí ọ̀rọ̀ kan tí màá yé sọ ní ṣé àjẹta ni Julius Melame àbí tọ́jú
ọmọ tó wà ní South Africa yẹ bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn yẹ ọkùnrin ni ọkùnrin sọ́bìnrin o.
Ọkùnrin ni mo mọ̀.
Ó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa. Wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa.
ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wá kọ̀ sí wàhálà láàrin ẹ̀mí àtẹnìkan. Ẹni yẹn sọ wípé irú nǹkan tí àwa Yorùbá ní sọ tó yẹ ká máa sọ jáde lílé wípé ọ̀rọ̀ lé ní sọ. Wọ́n wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ pé kí ni rísì kí ni gíní ta fẹ́ rí tàbá gba Yorùbá lẹni tí mo sọ yẹn o. Yorùbá ni bẹ̀ tó bìlíf lórí wọn Nàìjíríà. Pé kí ni nǹkan tí a mìn bí a fẹ́ fi gbalẹ̀ kí ni nǹkan táwa ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn mo ní ìgbà tó o sí ní láìní yẹn náà tó bá wà ní láìní yẹn ni wàá mọ rísì tá a fẹ́ fi gba Yorùbá nation bẹ̀tú torí pé o sí ní láìní yẹn àwọn tó ń bèrè wọ́ọ̀sì yín tó yẹ pé náà ẹ ti dìbò fún ọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí rẹ̀ tẹ̀sán sí wọ́n ti dìbò fún wọn tán sí ilẹ̀ wọn náà gbà yẹn sí. Mo ń sọ fún yẹn ọmọ bó ni ọlọ́mọ lọrin mo níbẹ̀ ẹ wo olè lọ́pọlọ pẹ́pẹ́ ara Fúlàní ló ti jáde so olè lọ́pọlọ kan kárẹ̀ kọ́mọ Yorùbá orúkọ Yorùbá ló gbé sórí àmọ́ bẹ́yà Fúlàní ni màmá ẹ̀ bẹ́yà Fúlàní bàbá ẹ̀ àmọ́ àkàmọ́pọ̀ ń jẹ́ orúkọ Yorùbá ni. So ṣé wàá rí ti tó lóye bàbá ṣé mọ̀ kan tó ń pa mí lẹ́rìn mo ń rántí ijọ́ tí olóyè bá máa wo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wá bàbá níjọ́ tí olóyè bá tẹ̀lé Yorùbá mi lè tí ìsọ̀kan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹni àwa tá a ní ojúnú a mọ̀ bí Yorùbá ṣe máa lọ àmọ́ tó máa ẹ́ndì gbogbo kéèsì.
Ọlọ́run aṣọ wa dìgbà yẹn.
àmọ́ tó máa ẹ́ndì gbogbo.
Ọlọ́run aṣọ wa dìgbà yẹn. Agbára Ọlọ́run.
Ọlọ́run aṣọ wa dìgbà náà lọ lágbára Ọlọ́run amójọ dúró ànífẹ́ nìkan kan ṣàwátì nínú.
Àmín Ọlọ́run àmín.
Ẹni kú mọ́ wa lójú.
Àmín ẹ ṣé gan.
Ẹni kú mọ́ wa lójú. Gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ sì máa ń sọ Mr. Koiki ẹ má trust anybody ara ni kẹ́ trust.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Inú yín ni kẹ́ mọ̀ ẹ má mọ̀ ní ẹlòmíì.
Bó ṣe jẹ́ gbọ̀ngàn náà nìyẹn.
Ọlọ́run ní fáwọn alẹ́ ni tí ó tá a sọ ló ń sọ ní lọ́wọ́.
Agbára Ọlọ́run.
Ó dàárọ̀ sir.
Thank you so much. Remain in one Nigeria and they keep giving. This is another video I posted earlier on today. These individuals, these individuals in the election that they were conducting, I think in Kano today or somewhere around that, the northern part of Nigeria, and eventually they got through spaghetti, they got Ankara. But one thing, the Yorubas and those that still believe in one Nigeria is that how do you too many gadgets. Oh yeah, I could to draw from right now. These images, I've already posted it earlier on today. these are the people that is holding us back. I mean, we normally say the Yorubas is the one holding Nigeria back. But these individuals that are illiterate, not to make sure we illiteracy. How do you expect that this woman, as illiterate as she is, then make sure that she got a PVC? And that PVC now has been used to conduct a fraudulent election in Nigeria. Remember that the North has the numbers in the Senate. They have the number also in the House of Assembly. So there is no way Awatawani South, we are going to be able to defeat them. We might try. Africa Confidential, welcome to the program. Aziz Moriembe. These two women, they were excited that they got, I mean, I'm looking at the packet of this, spaghetti, probably less than £1. And they gave them 3,000 naira. Whether to Funwani, Ankara, Abi, whatever to Funwani. And these are the same people that we are going to work with in Nigeria every 4 years. We are all entrapped. Hello, caller.
Yeah, hello. Mr.
Ekale, sir.
Ekale, yeah. Ekusheno.
Our near. Until the 1 hour.
Yeah. You can call you sorry. So, lórí Bayo Ogulesi.
Yes.
Yes.
But kí bàbá yẹn náà ti bá wa kọ́ airport kan at least kékeré kan sí southwest.
Yeah.
Ká máa fi ọṣẹ operation wa.
Ṣẹ́rí kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé tí ẹ bá tó bá pẹ́ bá fọ́lù nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Mr. Bayo Ogulesi yẹn ni. Ó ti wá sí Nàìjíríà, ó fẹ́ máa operate, ó fẹ́ take care àwọn airport wa. Kó dẹ̀ máa operate just like the way Boy ṣe ní London. Corruption of ilé máa yẹn dànù.
Okay.
Corruption òun náà fi lé máa yẹn nígbà tó ń bá ní kí ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ san owó ilé ìwé gbọ́dọ̀ lọ ilé ìwé lọ rí tọ̀hún. Òun náà fi lé máa yẹn dànù.
Okay.
Tí máa yẹn fi lè ṣe nǹkan kan.
So we shouldn't blame him.
Okay. He really wanted to help.
Okay.
He really wanted to help them.
Okay.
But our Nigerian leaders, corruption of ilé dànù.
Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, we appreciate that, and it's always good to get somebody to help us to clarify things. Thank you so much. F1 in a few seconds, if you back up the WhatsApp. Thank you so much. The caller is dropped on. My name is Olami Koiki. It's just coming up to 6 minutes past 12 midnight, and we just thought, just a shout out to our listeners around the world. I'm more even though we're moving different places, I'm sure a lot of us have been watching our news, on our phone, on our alert notification, on YouTube, on TikTok, and whether we know it or not, Sudan is not a go area tonight, if you are not aware. And the reason for that is there is a lot of fight going on in Sudan as we speak tonight. Maybe the United Nations might be able to stop it quickly before tomorrow. I don't know. Whether WhatsApp if you back up there, whether they will be able to bring the situation under control, I don't know. But what I can tell us tonight is that the airport is no longer in the hands of the Sudanese government. Some of their military barracks have also been taken. At least I can confirm from reports from different networks, including our own, that at least 3 aircraft on the tarmac has been destroyed. One of them, I'm still trying to verify it very well, but information is still filtering through. But I can say that the one that I can confirm, the Saudi Arabia aircraft has been destroyed. The UAE as well. So they've actually suspended their flight going into Sudan. Kenya have suspended their flight. Malaysia actually have 27 students in Sudan, they've all been accounted for. I don't know whether Nigerians are there, but whether your government have done anything to confirm that, Shito country. But with the current situation in Sudan, is because there's no peace. If you talk about that to see peace, then what do you expect is going to happen? Why is there no peace? Because there's different... I was reading from this guy on his own Twitter, and he gave a different, analysis around it. But movie, he talks more about Ukraine and Russia war. And he's talking from the point of where I think what is happening there might also be involved with the Wangan or these, Wangan here. These ones are Ajagun Talawon, and they are those that are fighting on behalf of Russia in Ukraine, plus the Russia army and all that. But there's a lot of internal crisis. So what he's saying, I don't know how true it is that Russia cannot come straight to fight the war in Europe. So Russia is now fighting in Africa, just as we saw in Mali. And we saw, I think there's another African country as well, that they've told France to move their air base, and every one of their military have left. Maybe that is the same thing happening in Sudan. I don't know. But what I can say is that, yeah, Joseph Okechukwu. Oh, Eunice, thank you so much. Let me go and read a bit of Joseph Okechukwu, because he speaks from a different angle. I do follow him a lot. Let me see. Okechukwu. It might not be right. I don't know. But like I always say, there's always, a bit of information that comes out in the way everybody speaks differently. Let's take some of our calls that is coming through quickly as well. Okay, phone is in backup me F1 anytime, because I go meji latilu. Joseph Okechukwu. Spell it very well. Why am I not saying it? Let's finish this spelling. Okechukwu. So, could it be that Russia is fighting the ground to drag America in? Latik America jadi I don't know. I don't have that, What is his handle again? I can't seem to find him, even though I've typed in. It's just coming up with too many Biafra, the Doors, and the others. That's strange. It's still 79%. So I think it's still 79%. That's why it's not allowing me to. I can't pick it up. Joseph. So there's a lot going on in this world. Google. He's a very popular guy. Yeah, we got the name by now. So now I'm going to type with Twitter. For me, Twitter. Just as Simon Ekpa's name has been searched. I think the first 10 according to Google. So let's read about, okay, now we can take, let me first, Joseph Okechukwu before I take the 3 calls. So Joseph Okechukwu gave a different narrative to what is happening on the ground. We don't have to believe everything he says, so I'm just reading it. But could it be that Russia is trying to pull in, and drag America out because, they're not going to fight. We just saw Finland become part of the NATO. Russia said no. So let me read this through. Breaking. Wanga affiliated rival forces claim control of the Sudanese government house. The showdown between the president of the Supreme Transitional Council, Abdel Fattah, and the Boma and his deputy continues and intensify in Sudan. If you go on my page, a real picture of these two warlords. And again, that is probably one of the reasons why the international community is concerned with our breakdown or breakaway from Nigeria, because they're concerned that about breakaway, we might end up having different warlords. Àkúrẹ́ ló máa control, kò sí tó kàn pẹ̀lú Yoruba nation, a lè nìkan ní Ọ̀yọ́ state, you know. I'm sure you all understand what I'm saying. So, you know, there's also, you know, evidence that the international community is concerned. But if we break properly in a way that is okay, I don't think we should have warlords. But somebody like me, I've already thinking to that stage. To bad lodi ichi bubu agree perfect break Nigeria, then there will be those kind of warlords, you know. But we hope, you know, Eledumare will guide, and then we won't get to that stage. So we must think of a lot of those situations. Even if we break away peacefully, does not mean that we cannot have warlords. We can end up have warlords and say, Awalani Lagos State, the Lagos State left for you, just as we saw one of the kings said the same thing. So those are the situations that also a lot of international community are well concerned when it comes to if you break Roninu. So there's a lot of things are involved. So let's go further. As the bomber and his deputy continues and intensifies in Sudan, the vice president, this is where it gets interesting. The vice president of Sudan, Oruko Yenje Mohammed Amadan Dagolo, is the head of the paramilitary opposition rapid support force. So in the news of Ija Sudani, Emagboton Pariwo, RSF stand for the Rapid Support Force. And when you don't back government, a lot of you say we can fight the federal government. We need a strategy. We need this. We need that. We need to train people. But you need a lot of money. No small money you need. You're talking about, you know, serious money, because don't take AK-47 on your con. And if we're not going to get to that stage, we can push for protest. You know, I don't pray anybody get killed, but we've seen it already. People will get killed because it's a crazy country. But when we intensify the effort, then it will drag us and the federal government into a round table. But that's if we can't go into a full war scale with Nigeria. And I've told you so many times, the federal government, you know, in a full war, will be defeated. But we can fight a guerrilla warfare. And even Joe Biden on his trip to Ireland was telling the British or the UK not to allow what we saw happen in the past. So the vice president, Mohammed Amadan Dagolo, is the head of the paramilitary opposition rapid support forces, which is called RSF, which is linked to Russia private military contractors known as Wanga PMC. RSF and the Sudanese regular army loyal to the president have been at the loggerheads over who will control the government. Nígbà tó lé al-Bashir lọ, both of them worked together láti lé al-Bashir. Al-Bashir was a very powerful guy. You know, I'm sure you all know him until what Tosule off. But now, government to Mashishek Pela méjèèjì nísìn ló ń fa problem by nísìn. Let's go further quickly, because there's a lot of calls trying to come through, but I need to read this out before we take those calls. I've been at the loggerhead. I'm reading it and I'm doing a bit of explanation. If not, anybody, especially if you're not interested in this. But you got to be interested, because by the time Nigeria get to that stage, these are kind of the analysis that they'll be expecting some of us to come and talk about. But I pray we don't get to that stage. But if there's not going to be peace, there will be war. True, though the situation in the last few hours in Khartoum still appears a little uncertain and fluid, the Wanga link RSF claim in Wanga and Ukraine is in there and man jaguntani. You know, one jaguntani. I only Bugawon long pe àwọn ìlú gbogbo àwọn Eastern European yẹn mo fẹ́ rántí orúkọ kan nínú wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ de àwọn yẹn máa ń jagun tagidi ni wọ́n wà ní Ukraine nísìn, but they're fighting on behalf of Russia. America náà ní tiwọn, but America is not going to tell you the same thing and Russia and UK. Every one of them ló ní àwọn tó ń bá wọn jà, proxy war. It's called proxy war, and that's what is happening most of the time around the world. So as we go further, Bumokade, The Wanga link of the RSF claim to have now taken control of the presidential palace and the airport. And we know that already because evidence have shown that airport has been taken. Gowansha Port Konlogba, what to take over capital, which is Khartoum, ati Onkwe Merowe in the north of the country, and there's another place called the LOB in the east. If by the time the federal government does not allow a peaceful, their machineries, no, Slovenia, and Slovenia call, ni Mano Tibetan Wanga, Ulawan look on Muslim, ni one by our Chechnya. I Jagunta Burukula one year, Boba Kuatubelo Midide, they're very, very mad, mad people in Wabashiwan, and Wakia. Lonja ija tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní Ukraine, even though Russia non jai to bombe. Then he went further much earlier when the news of the RSF at Mountain Queen RSF ni tó ń bá government ija so kó lè yé yín dáadáa. Invasion of the capital filter in the Sudanese regular army chief, ìyẹn the chief of army staff for Sudan gangan ó lọ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Al Jazeera ẹgbọ́n kan tó sọ. Ìyẹn wọ́n pè yẹn ní General Abedel Fattah àdè ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń pè ṣe sùúrù ẹja gbọ́ bíbà tí bá ti sọ bíbà tán ẹgbẹ́ pè wọlé ẹ̀kan pè ní ànígbé kọ́ yẹn. The chief of army staff ìyẹn ti government side was on the Al Jazeera, and this is what he said: we think if they are wise on sọ fáwọn RSF, they will turn back their troops that came into Khartoum. Àwọn ò ní troops nísìn Chechnya, àwọn ò ní troops. Ọmọ Yoruba taba maja kíní kan máa train àwọn yẹn àwọn sí lówó yẹn, okay, àwọn tá kò train fún vigilante purpose ni. So tẹ́ bá ní fẹ́ jaja gidi pé fẹ́ jaja gidi ń sọ̀rọ̀ $10 million ń sọ̀rọ̀ $15 million ń sọ̀rọ̀ $30 million. Táwọn yẹn bá dẹ̀ ti gbọ́ ẹlòmíì tó yẹ pé kò gbọ́rọ̀ owó bá ti gbọ́ $30 million wọ́n tó fẹ́ kówó jẹ ó lè bla bla bla. Mo kí n lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ìyàwó Sarah àti wà ní Sunday bẹ́ẹ̀ ni happy Sunday. But because not everybody understand how all this work. Àwọn around church and anything, àwọn yẹn gba support gidi. Ó lè tí wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ń jà fún on their behalf. So nígbà táwọn méjèèjì lọ sọ̀rọ̀ ní orí Al Jazeera, the chief of army staff ó ń sọ fún àwọn RSF pé kó back down. Àwọn yẹn náà ní sójà tiwọn, wọ́n ní ìbọn, wọ́n ní tank, wọ́n ní oríṣiríṣi nǹkan. So kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ vigilante lọ, ìjà vigilante kọ́ ló ń jà, ìjà gidi. Ìjà yìnbọn fún mi kó pa ẹ́ àbí káwọn para wọn tẹ́ bá lọ àwọn aircraft àwọn ti Sudan yẹn látòkè wọ́n ju bomb wá sísàlẹ̀. And that might happen in Nigeria. We don't pray so, but the way the conflict in Nigeria is not about Yoruba nation alone. Let me go quickly and swiftly. We know where you are ahead. Nígbà tó ń sọ tiẹ̀ tán up with the other guy yẹn náà kó wá sọ̀rọ̀ ìyẹn àwọn RSF after tí yẹn ti sọ pé look, we think it will be wise if you turn back your troops that came into Khartoum, the capital one. But if it continues, on dear one, continue, we will deploy troops into Khartoum from another area. In response, also on Al Jazeera, the RSF leader, General Mohammed Amadan Dagolo, better known as Amamidit, called the chief of army staff, just as you know, it is chief of army staff, a criminal and a liar. And he said, we know where you are hiding. We will get to you and hand you over to justice, or you will die just like any other dog. He blames the regular army force of attacking his RSF force first in the battle that has since the nation failed to transition to civilian. They are moving from transition into civilian. Transition ni itawa not ṣe àti ṣe rí ní Nigeria. Transition was one move láti ìjọba military wọ́n dá padà fún bàbá ṣónẹ́ kan kọ́lọ́n fún ọ̀rùn kẹgbọ́n bàbá burúkú yẹn gbogbo pátá ló ti ṣèkà. And then it goes into a new government. All this, Demon Soy, we should go and prepare our mind. We come at the stage here. What about the stage here? So, because the internal problem, Toti Wanile, ta resolve, on podo wa bite wa. ó dẹ̀ máa bite wa whether we like it or not, because it is not about Yoruba nation alone. We have a lot of internal crises in Nigeria. One of those internal crises is the 1999 constitution. They cannot amend it. Tọ́ba sọ fún ìpọ́nmọ́ amend it, ìrọ̀ ló wà níbẹ̀. Ẹ bá gbóhùn sókè ní kíákíá, gbọ́n mi wà. Àwọn ni ẹ.
Because sígbà kan máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ owó yẹn inú mi máa dùn fún mi, inú mi dẹ̀ ti dùn fáwọn mídíà tó tọ́ ọ̀dọ̀ wọn yẹn, because anybody tí ò bá fẹ́ fún máa yẹn ní ọ̀wọ́ ẹ̀ onítàn kó kọ́kọ́ jókòó kó bìrẹ̀ wò náà. Ìgbòho ẹ̀yà ní Ìgbòho ń bàjẹ́ ẹ̀yà, so ó yàtọ̀. Ó yàtọ̀ gidigidi. Ẹ̀yà yẹn dẹ̀ wọ́n bẹ̀ sọ fún máa ní ẹ̀yà òfin ní Nàìjíríà nìkan náà wà o. So kéèyàn kan wá jáde kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ Ìgbòho nonsense náà onítàn kó jọ. Ìsìlẹ̀ máa yẹn
ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ lẹ́nu wọn lọ́sẹ̀ ń sọ ni.
Kò ṣèyàn téèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. Ọbásanjọ́ kan kò lè fi nǹkan tí Ìgbòho ṣe. Ọbásanjọ́ ò lè kàn fún Fúlàní.
Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀ta nígbà yẹn. I'm charging phone. I'm a lose broadcast.
Respect.
Thank you so much. We must continue to appreciate Oloye Igboho, whether we like it or not. I mean, there's so many men in Nigeria to Jomo Yoruba to the jadi. So for him to come out and say, Oma bawa shikini, Oma gboju sita, ohun de beru. Ọlọ́run ló lẹ̀ mí òun. And he's not scared of anybody. But ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ ń sọ pé Ìgbòho ń bẹ̀rù. So ẹ jẹ́ ká return calls to the next caller. So looking at the Sudan situation, we do not pray for that. There is still time and room for negotiation between all the indigenous people. But if that is not going to happen, I do not see us going anywhere. Hello, caller. Etonia. Àlàáfíà bàbá mi.
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé ó wà fókọ̀sì ọ̀dẹ̀ ní principle. Torí àwọn kan nínú àwọn tájọ ń ṣe Yorùbá ìtọ́sẹ̀ ìgbà sọ pé tó lo mídíà fún platform APC. Àwọn mídíà kan ọmọ ọ̀tọ̀ ń ṣe rárá àtọ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ní láti fund training. Torí wọ́n disorganize our people a lot nígbà election yẹn. Tọ́sọ platform wọn di campaign platform fún APC. It's very shameful. But I like you for your principle. You know what you are doing and you are following what you know. So Yorùbá nation Allah àṣegbà fún wa effort ní kò ní dára sọ́nà gbà Ọlọ́run.
Àmín. Ẹ ṣé gan ni gbọ́n. Thank you so much.
I really in fact encourage me.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. Ọpẹ́ bóyá ni ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ àdọ́yọ̀ ni. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. Gbọ́n mi fàtà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí Dr. Benjamin, very good evening. Mo kí ẹ̀yin grandma. Sherry, let's go back to that article again. The internal conflict has always been there. It's a conflict. This headline is in Associated Press. This is the headline. Sudan military warns of conflict after the rival force deploys. Let's go further. The Supreme Transition Council number 2 man added that his forces will continue their action. I'm going to come back to that side. Not to bore you with all this anyway, because you are not interested to read, but just to brief, because I didn't want us to go too much deep, because proper program. Do we want to go through the route of where everything, boom? Or do we still have the opportunity? How can it know? Koiki, there's a transition of a government in place. They're still doing the democracy. Allow the democracy to continue to work. And I asked myself that if the democracy continue to work, how truly, the Chechen army, these are Ajagun Talawon, how truly do we think that democracy should it be practiced for another 23 years in Nigeria? Afuani, the joy, the peace, at least to some extent. We know that the revenue that Nigeria has been making for 63 years has been wasted, bloated, wasted, completely wasted. Tabata is okay. If you want to tidy it up, dear, because I was reading Femi Adesina, Buhari ti Otifi stepping stone sile. Then the next government comes, they will take it like that. It is very, very easy for them to say that. They will all tell you they're going to come out and do their best. And they will do their best, and after their best, that's the end of it. But in the long run, every one of us know we roll on back. Dapo Abiodun is going to complete his 4 years, and it will be done, and then we wait for another person. Shije can withdraw these our identity that has been locked into Nigeria. Let's withdraw that. Which is what I was expecting there. Because I don't know what they're going to be telling the Yoruba people that still believe in them. Even though some Yorubas are even more angry that Afenifere went to endorse Peter Obi. How did we get to where Afenifere is going to endorse Peter Obi? Even though Afenifere is divided because we have the Professionality that says I'm one. Even though Professionality is not the leader of Afenifere anymore, from what Mr. Dele Ogun, Mr. Dele Farotimi told us, that I listened to, the Baba Ayode Banjo. So, as we are fighting for Yoruba nation, again, they want to keep us in Nigeria, and that is where the friction is coming as well, because the beauty would have been that Koiki Joma saw the same thing to the government, that we are withdrawing our unity with Nigeria. There's no unity among us. But rather, we are still internally divided. They're keeping quiet. Extremely quiet. Too much quiet. I'm not talking about those that have, the early that have made a lot of money. Yes, the first unity, Dr. Benjamin. By now, Afenifere should be issuing communique every day to tell the government that we will now say, this is going to be our agenda, this is going to be our pathway. We will walk and tell our people that we will withdraw from the false unity. And they are not joking about it. But again, as a lot of people will say, they have a role to play as well. So it's all catch role. But if we are still dragging within our own self, we are just within ourselves. The global directory, there's different organizations. They're watching me. Everybody's playing their role. And they've been playing that role so that we can educate our people and say the unity, this false unity, this union is not working. But it will be good even if everybody is doing their own separate thing. But we are giving one message out, and that message is the Yoruba people are leaving. Melody, looking at the statistics of all the Yoruba politicians that are part of those that are holding us back, they are not up to 1 million across all the states. Lagos State, Oyo State, Ogun State, Ondo State, Osun State, Kwara State, Ekiti State, Kogi State. 8 states. Yeah. Lagos, Oyo, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, Kwara, Ekiti, Kogi. Yeah. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣe òṣèlú pátá ní gbogbo state yẹn wọ́n tó 1 million láti governor títí dé local government pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn commissioners wọn tí ó lágbára jù wá lọ ni. Ìbéèrè, ṣé wọ́n ní agbára jù wá lọ? Wọ́n lágbára jù wá lọ. But we have not done enough to push and tell them what ati gbé message síta. But the next phase is that we have not really given them that full ultimatum pé kí ló dé gan sef. And people that want to kill my disrespect, am I disrespect you? Some party in this stage, but I think disrespect to him. It's not like I feel like I want to say no. There's always a way to disrespect them. Sherry power attention ló ní pé wọ́n fi power olórí burúkú tó wà ní center tá ń pè ní Abuja yẹn òun ló fi ń nu wálẹ̀, and which is the military. And the whole idea of that military ni àwọn Britain strategized tó ṣe gbé fún north. Bí bàbá tọ̀létọ̀lé bá débẹ̀ ìyá mi kàn dé tí bàbá tọ̀létọ̀lé bá débẹ̀ àwọn military náà ló ṣe máa control. Gbogbo akọ̀ ń parọ́ fúnra wa pátá, the military gangan ló ṣe ń control Nigeria. But wọ́n ń lo photography àbí kí ni bàbá yẹn ṣe sọ́nà oligarchy àti democracy ọgbìn yẹn síwájú wa, and everybody is living in denial. But the problem is, how do we fight our way that by the time tá bá lock àwọn politicians wa, tá lock wọn mọ́lẹ̀, tá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí disrespect wọn, then wọ́n máa need the support àwọn military yẹn láti north tí British gbàgbára fún ní 1960. If we are not going to go through the disrespect, tí Biafra bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ disrespect yẹn, kí lẹ rò kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Because even if we say that the Biafra are not serious, like a lot of us always say, people were serious, Nnamdi Kanu wọ́n ti mú was serious, but tó bá lọ padà lọ serious nǹkan ní àwọn tó rọra ń push yẹn, tó bá lọ serious, kí lẹ rò kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí ni gbogbo àrò kó máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Because if tó bá disrespect àwọn tọ̀dọ̀ tí wọn, tó disrespect the federal, ṣé wọn kó máa dìjà? Tó bá dẹ̀ dìjà, the negotiation table wọ́n ní include wa nínú ẹ̀. Because international community ma focus lé ní pé the two individuals tó ń jà torí wọ́n ṣe mẹ́ta o, lóòótọ́ àfi lọ, but àwọ̀ sí nínú ìjà yẹn o. So the future of Nigeria is really, really hanging. We can slow it down. Mo rí message kan nísìnyí. Only Nigeria has happened to me. Kan náà pàdé mi dẹ̀ ni. Náà pé ní messenger ló send ẹ̀ sí. Ibo ló send ẹ̀ sí nísìnyí. Only I lost my immediate sister. Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. Mo ka message yẹn báyìí nísìnyí. Ẹni yẹn ó likely pé kó ń gbọ́ mi. Classmate mi ni. When I lost my immediate sister, Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run ọba. Bulletin send message yẹn wá náà. Ó kàn pop up níbí báyìí ni. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà happen sí wa o. Mo rí lórí Ọláyọmí kó ìyẹ̀wò náà lélẹ̀. Yeah, mo ti rẹ́ni tó ń send ẹ̀ wáyé. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi yìí ní UK Balaja kan ṣe pàdé mi ẹ̀ wọ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi náà ni. Wọ́n ní Koiki, Nigeria has happened to me I just lost my immediate sister. She was rejected at one hospital in Lagos due to lack of space. She died on their way looking for another hospital. Message is in Wale. Message alone vibrating. Il a m'associé un bail. Message in Lele don't Wale. Or rejected hospital. She bashi mama balo no lele. I'm asking. Táwọn bá wà ní UK, tán ní good treatment. Tí wọ́n dẹ̀ fún àbúrò wọn ní visa tó máa fi wá sí UK. I'm gonna block the face, and that's the picture of the picture òkú yẹn nílẹ̀ lẹ̀. Ní mọ́ṣúárì nílẹ̀ lẹ̀ lọ́kọ̀ dump body yẹn sílẹ̀ lẹ̀. Ọmọ Yorùbá ló kú lálẹ́. Kábíyèsí lè dùn márùn Ọlọ́run ọba. Ẹ wọ́n ṣe gbókùn sílẹ̀ lẹ̀. Tálàṣẹ báyìí tẹ́lẹ̀ dùn márùn báyìí. Tálàṣẹ. Ọmọ ẹ̀ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀. Picture mi wà pẹ̀lú wọn. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, mo wà lórí live show. Mo ka message nǹkan fáwọn èèyàn báyìí, wàláì.
Can you imagine a country? Mortuary won't be still alive. In mortuary lower hell. Boy, Basro, Molo send the Wolano. Laran, Wolo hospital. Molo send, Molo welcome, Molo send. But Mr. Bakore, you know, like go to Ku. Oh, we can't get us. Only because space in hospital. On their way, find another, alternative. Look, Olo Mary, I am it budget.
Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká yọ ní bàjẹ́.
Ìṣèwé bá ṣe lose pọ̀pọ̀ sí mi lónìí. Bó ṣe lose mọ̀mọ́ sí mi lónìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọkọ̀ lọ́sọ̀ hospital. Wọ́n move from one place to the other. Wọ́n reject wò. Àwọn mẹ́ta ni wọ́n bí. Àbúrò mi ti kú. Obìnrin kan tó wà láàrin ọmọ tó kú báyìí. Hospital ni mo wà báyìí tí mo ti báyìí sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Wọ́n ti gbé wọn sí hospital. Koikimedia ṣe bá wà ní wọ́n wá rí fídíò. Hospital ni mo wà báyìí. Mo ti sùn. Ayé mi ti bàjẹ́.
Ayé mi bàjẹ́.
Ayé mi ti bàjẹ́. Wọ́n ti
It's okay. It's okay, Bonnie. It's okay. Am I keep BP? Am I keep BP? That's okay. Am I keep BP? That's okay. But I think. All right. Otinike mama sukumami. You can say the reason why I say, let's blow this fucking shit on trade. I can blow it up. Could make any sense. But some of us are not ready. Your hospital on Sopan one UK law or lórí bed. I'm coming UK law or to admit one's hospital in Biba. Because he probably can't take it anymore. Or to pass the drips on her. He's enjoying it, but on the other side, you any family. You any family in the day. This happening live. I make it up. And that's the dead sister there. I could dump her body and see the lembe. Don't want to show the face. You can see the dead body there. Only. That's the end of it. Yoge Mukidada. I got Pareto Kimala. Ìjọba pé yẹn kọ́ńtrà láti pè ìjọba pé àwọn méjì tó ti pè máa parí ètò yẹn because kí má lọ máa sọ̀rọ̀ mí mọ̀ sí mi dẹ́ máa get angry tí bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ àwọn kan mẹ́rin sí sọ bẹ́tà kí n kọ́ra parí program ó yẹ bá a ṣe ní kíákíá ìyàwó ẹ má bínú mo lè tèmi gan ti lọ.
Hello, Mr. Koike.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ẹ gbọ́ àyẹ̀dá ń gbọ́ yín.
Ẹ kúṣẹ́. Kẹ́ni nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ kẹ́ni àwọn Yorùbá Ọlọ́run nìkan ló ní ni pé ẹlòmíì báyìí pé I don't want me understand àwa Yorùbá ìgangan. Torí ní ìsìn báyìí, wọ́n ní wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe ìtẹ̀rí ìjọba Nàìjíríà wọn pẹ́ẹ́dì lọ́wọ́.
Ìyá wa ẹ má ẹ̀ka wọ́ọ̀rì nípa ìyá yẹn jẹ́ ká fọ̀rọ̀ ìyá yẹn military mi ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn irọ́ ní gbogbo yẹn má ẹ̀ka tún stress ara wa too much lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìyá yẹn.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ nípa pọ́lìtì ó tó jẹ́ kí n máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ẹ mọ̀ pé ìrìn àjò ẹni tó bá yé dáadáa a nídìí kí
ẹ̀gbọ́n mi máa jẹ́
ọlọ́run àdó tì í. Bá fi pé èdè ní pé ká jà nǹkan yẹn rálì tó jẹ́ big rally ló lè gbé ìrìn àjò tó lè mú tó lè ṣẹ̀rù balẹ̀ ètò Nàìjíríà gangan tó máa ṣe kí ẹ̀.
Àwọn oníkẹ́ wọn ní máa kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi oníkẹ́ ṣe sùúrù.
Àwọn èèyàn tá a pé kí ó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe kínní náà àwọn èèyàn náà ni wọ́n ti dà ẹ́ pọ̀pù lọ́kọ́dọ̀ olóṣèlú lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ ìyá onídọ̀tí tó jẹ́ pé mi ìmọ̀ báwọn tó wà nípa ìyẹn bọ́kọ lọ́wọ́ ṣe wọ́n náà wípé ìrìn àjò ìníjòwó ó níjè ènìyàn ẹ má jà tọra wa kò sígbà tí àwọn oníṣẹ́ báyìí àwọn tí ò dá kọ́bọ̀ wọn ò ṣe rálì wọn ò jáde wọn ò ṣe kankan àwọn ni wọ́n máa fẹnu kọ̀ndẹ́mù àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn everybody ló mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ kí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kẹlẹ́ sẹ́ni ní ti pé àbúrò wọn kú ní Nàìjíríà yẹn ṣé tí hospital gidi bá wà kí nǹkan báyìí lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn gbà yẹn báyìí ẹ̀yìn bẹ́ẹ̀ mi tí a bá sọ ni pé tá a bá ní pé ká má sọ̀rọ̀ màmá yẹn àmì ìdààmú àbọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ó ń bí níbi àwọn ènìyàn nígbà mi tí a bá sọ nìyẹn pé
àwọn ẹni máa kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi
àwọn ènìyàn bìlíìfù pé ṣé understand nǹkan tí mo sọ. Ṣé mo pé nísìnyí tó bá tẹ́ pé ọwọ́ ta gbé ní first torí mo sọ nígbà tí mo sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ Lady K níjọ́ mo ní mo rí ìyàwó rẹ̀ láàárọ̀ mo ní mo fún lóṣù méjì pé kò lè fóṣù méjì tí èjà kẹ̀lẹ́ pọ́sẹ̀ kan mo fọwọ́ lórí ikọ̀ ìtàní kọ́ Lady K ni mo ti sọ tí gbogbo èèyàn gbọ́ àwọn èèyàn tó wà nígbà ògbọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ní pé ìyàwó yẹn ti já bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín wọ́n jẹ́ tó sọ pé iná gbọ́ ọ̀gá mi kò pé ó dá fún mi ìyá yẹn ló ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn wọ́n gbéṣẹ́ yẹn fún mi tó kó dàgbà àwọn àṣìṣe ń bẹ̀ nǹkan tó ń pa mí dákún nìyẹn tó bá máa ṣiṣẹ́ fóònù oníwàjú jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ òtítọ́ wọ́n ní oṣù méjì wọn ló lọ́wọ́ tó gbé pé kó fi oṣù méjì pé ìràwọ̀ ló ń jà pátápátá ó ti já ìyàwó bí rọ́bà tó fi kọ́run tó já ni òtún bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè sọ́tò lè smooth mọ́ gbogbo tó ń lò yẹn ní ìsìn agbára ọpọlọ ló ń lò tó kàn parọ́ fáwọn ènìyàn kò jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn ṣe ẹ̀tọ́ kò jẹ́ kí wọ́n dà bí sọ ìwọ kò fi kọ́bọ̀ náà jẹ́ kí ẹ̀rọ sí iṣẹ́ Yorùbá lè ṣe ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìwọ náà ló dẹ̀ ń kọ́ ǹdẹ́ àwọn èèyàn kan pé wọ́n ń gbowó ṣé báyìí lè kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ àkáǹtì náà ṣé bàbá kí kúrò ìpá àkáǹtì náà pọ̀ ní inú Yorùbá lè ṣe ní pé wọ́n máa dáwó síbẹ̀ àbí owó ni wọ́n dákò ní kí wọ́n fi ṣe ṣé mo ń tẹ́bi jẹ́ lásán nìyẹn pé Ọlọ́run ṣetán láti parí ìrìn àjò yìí ṣùgbọ́n ìyá ìlú kàn dàbí pé bíbí pé ọ̀run kó ṣèdájọ́ rẹ̀ kọ́ lọ́wọ́ tètè ṣèdájọ́ ìkíákíá jù báyìí lọ ni. Nígbà mi jẹ́ alágbọ̀n ní kì í ṣe pé bóyá ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ ni mò ń sọ. Ṣé mo kì í ṣe pé bóyá àwọn tó kó tọ́jọ̀ bí kò ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ tí ń sọ sínú afẹ́fẹ́ tí àwọn tí ò yé wọn tí wò lè dán ọpọlọ rò pé báwo ni èèyàn ti lọ sọ pé ó fẹ́ dìklíà ní Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n ti ń ọpẹ́rẹ́tì Nàìjíríà tí sọ́jà wà tí àwọn ọlọ́pàá wà tí gbogbo ẹ̀ wà tẹ̀gbẹ́lẹ́ fẹ́ lọ ṣètẹ̀rí ìmùlẹ̀ wọn lórí tí ẹ bá ṣe páwọn ẹgbẹ́ lórí ẹ̀ níṣẹ́. Ṣé mo tẹ́bi tí ẹ láti sọ nìyẹn kì í ṣe pé bóyá pé kìíní tó láwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé ọyàn ọpọlọ wọn ti dojú dé. Ní ìsìn bàbá Tinubu ó fẹ́ ṣe ìjọba ní ìsìn bá ẹwà gbé àwọn sọ́jà tí wọ́n ti kó síta táwọn ẹlẹ́ fẹ́ lọ gba ìtẹ̀rímù lọ́wọ́ wọn ni I do understand àwọn pípù yìí. Ẹ̀ẹ́dọ̀fẹ́ bá ti ṣe ní pé ń tẹ̀ ṣe ó rọrùn.
Ẹ ṣé gan ìyá mi, thank you so much. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Majek ẹjọ́ mo bẹ̀ yín mo pẹ́ ṣe wà ní hospital tó ń gba treatment ní bíbá mo bẹ̀ yín torí Elédùmarè ẹ take it easy kò sí ní tá a fi sọ fún yín gbogbo yẹn ni màá kí yín gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ program tí wọ́n gbọ́ orí bí breaking news ni kí message yẹn ṣe ń wọlé náà ni mo ṣe kà mo mọ̀ yín dá ẹ̀bí ojú yín lélẹ́yìí kódà picture tẹ bá mọ́ sí mi yà òun ló wà níwájú mi mo lè show yẹn fún public heritage wà ní on the left ẹ rántí pé bá mọ́ sí ya picture màá send picture yẹn sí mọ́ sí mi nìkan mo lè send yẹn sí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ nìyẹn mo bẹ̀ yín ni ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo bẹ̀ yín ni ẹ já lọ sọ́dọ̀ grandma ní Canada. Hello grandma.
Hello Koiki.
Ẹ kálẹ́ mà.
Ẹ kálẹ́ o.
Ẹ bá mo wà ní live ẹ mute tẹ́ ń gbọ́ nínú ilé yẹn oyin tá a fẹ́ padà.
Hello.
Ẹ gbọ́ àṣẹ à ń gbọ́ yín mọ́ mi.
Máa tó ń ké ní ìsìn Ọlọ́run ọba àárọ̀ lọ́kàn.
Àmín. Àmín Jésù Kristi.
Ọlọ́run àárọ̀ lọ́kàn lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Àmín.
Gbogbo bí tá a fẹ́ dé Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí Yorùbá nation kó débẹ̀.
Àmín Ọlọ́run.
Lágbára.
Àmín.
Nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ ni pé ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ti ọ̀dọ̀ wa yìí a nídìí owó o. A nídìí owó. Ìyá yìí ti fẹnu já wípé kó má dáwọ́ sínú àpò kejì.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ma bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Pé kó má dáwọ́ sí Yorùbá kiri tiwọn. So ó fi ẹnu bà ibi tó máa dáwọ́ sí gidi ó fi ẹnu bà bẹ̀ jẹ́ o. Torí náà ó dẹ̀ ń gbowó ní Yorùbá tọ̀dọ̀ wọn. Ó ṣà ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa sọ fún àwọn èèyàn owó la need gbogbo afẹ́jà àbí
àfẹ́ ṣe protest àfẹ́ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀.
Ó di dandan ká dáwọ́ o ó di dandan o wípé ọ̀rọ̀ olówó dé kò sí bẹ̀ irọ́ nìyá yẹn pa o torí náà ẹ bá wa sọ fún àwọn èèyàn o ká dáwọ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dáwọ́ kò sí bá ṣe lè ṣe káàní dáwọ́ káwọn tọra wa jẹ àwọn jẹ ká tọra wa jẹ o ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo lórí owó ni o afẹ́gba Yorùbá owó ni o owó ni gbogbo ẹ o torí náà Ọlọ́run ọba fún wa ṣe o Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe o Ọlọ́run á bùkún wa o ká fi sọ́kàn o kí gbogbo wa fi sọ́kàn o Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe o jẹ́kọ̀ọ́ jẹ́ nǹkan tó fẹ́ bí o.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni ó tó jẹ́ mẹ́ta ẹ ṣé gan ni grandma thank you so much ẹ ṣé gan ni ma. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí wọ́n ní máa kí yín ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ní àwọn appreciate everyone wọ́n á bẹ̀yìn ẹ mọ̀ pé BP èyí tèmi gbọ́ nípa BP ni pé tó bá ti lọ sókè àti wálẹ̀ máa ń le gan so ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ètò táwa lè pa fún yín mo ti send picture yín sí mọ̀mísí àti rí picture yín báyìí so èyí tí mo lè fi ràn yín lọ́kàn náà ni pé kọ́lọ́mbà ń dúró tì kò ní wá ṣe yín lẹ́yìn nìkan ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tẹ́tí pé já ká pé àwọn tó ti pè before yín ìyá mi Tóyìn tó sìn mo máa pè yín padà já pé àwọn tó ti pè before yín I'm gonna just control my own emotion tí màá fi parí program yìí cause if not tí àwọn akọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí oríṣiríṣi nísìn so I'm just gonna try and control it like ọ̀dà àpá àwọn available let's go straight to the next caller confirm mẹ́tọ̀ ní wálẹ̀ so that because you know it's just a shame that kọ́ni pé Lagos State olówó láti invest láti fi make sure pé the hospital system these are all the things that we talked about you know okay take a picture here all right oye ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè ní kíákíá ìyá mi ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè.
Ya ẹ kálẹ́ o.
Ẹ kálẹ́ mọ́.
Ẹ kọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Àwa nìyẹn.
Ya bọ̀dá tó ní títà wọn kú yẹn bá wa kí wọn pé kọ́ pẹ̀lẹ́ o.
Àwọn náà ń gbọ́ yín àwọn wà lọ́sibítù bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ọlọ́run aṣàánú wọn.
Pẹ̀lú ògbà lọ.
Ṣégẹ̀tì ìgbẹ́ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni pé ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó ní kọ́ máa dáwó sí Yorùbá nation ṣé yín ṣe rí bó jẹ́ orí social media ni anybody ti lè àwọn tó ń ṣe awareness ṣé yín kọ́ máa ṣe lọ ṣé tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣé yín tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn olówó agbowó bọ́ta ṣẹ́gẹ̀t tálífẹ́ lóhùn tí gbọ́n pa Yorùbá nation ṣe rí àwọn èèyàn wa ó ṣì ń rìn wọn ni kò tí ì já wọn jẹ ṣe pé àwa Yorùbá tí omi tó bá yìí mú wa débi ẹsẹ̀ wa ẹ bóyá kí n máa ń dìde ó lọ tó bá ti fẹ́ débi imú wa tó máa fi ṣókì wa tán báyìí àwa Yorùbá máa ń dìde ṣebí àwọn ará
padà lọ lọ́gbàlẹ̀ wọn. Tó sì ń bọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Tinubu wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó máa ṣe wòye fún gbogbo wọn. Ṣé gẹ́ẹ̀tì àwọn tó nílé ìgbà tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń gbalé wọn tó bá nílé ìjọba nílé ìgbà nílé àwo ni. Àbí wọn bí a ti dìbò tó wọlé kò ní nǹkan tó máa lè sáyìn fáwọn Fúlàní pé kò báyìí lóye ìdókòó tó bá wòye nìkan lọ ṣe fún wọn. Ìgbà tó bá dé tán tára bá ní gbogbo wọn ṣe rí nǹkan kan báyìí ló máa trigger gbogbo tó wà Nàìjíríà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ti wà èmi kàn ń dákẹ́ mọ̀ wò ni tó bá yá gbogbo nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ àṣẹlẹ̀ tó kó máa pẹ̀lú yẹn. Ṣé ok tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí àwọn Biafra tó láwọn fẹ́ tó wọ́n lè wọ́n fún àwọn tí báwọn Yorùbá rí wọ́n gbójú.
Ṣá máa dì wọ́n mú ní pé kọ́ máa lọ ni.
Àwọn lè dúró ní kọ́ máa lọ. Àtàwọn Biafra bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ wo wèrè wọn ti ṣé wọ́n ní ẹ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀ dé kó wọ́n ní ẹ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀ dé gbogbo àwọn olú oríṣiríṣi. Wọ́n máa ẹ̀fẹ́ ti wọ everywhere ní Nàìjíríà ni. Ṣé tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ tán àwọn Yorùbá náà wá kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n ní káwọn oníkálukú máa àtàkì ara wọn ni. Ẹ máa wo ti ṣé tí Nàìjíríà wọn máa pín gbogbo ọmọ àlọ́ láti gbogbo ọmọ àtún gbogbo at the same time ni. Àwọn Yorùbá ẹ̀la ìtẹ́gẹ̀ tó sọ pé ìsọ̀tún àwọn tó lẹ́yìn ní pé Nàìjíríà lọ bí ilé ìbòjì ṣé mọ̀ àwọn yẹn wọn ní choice this time because àwọn jẹ́ nù Nàìjíríà àwọn ọmọ wọn náà wọ́n fi wọ́n táwọn pọ́ọ̀tì kankan tẹ́ pé àwọn náà jẹun bẹ̀ wọn ò lè support Yorùbá nation láíláí because ọmọ pé tí Yorùbá nation bá wà gbogbo opportunity ò ní sí fáwọn ọmọ wọn ṣẹgẹ it's gonna be by nǹkan táwọn Yorùbá fẹ́ ló máa kó wọn síbẹ̀ bóyá àwọn Biafra ló máa fọ́ Nàìjíríà kó ṣàtìfọ́ bóyá àwọn mọ́lá ló máa fọ́ fún káwọn Yorùbá àlè fọ́ náà Yorùbá ò lè fọ́ Nàìjíríà bóyá mọ́lá ló máa fọ́ bóyá Yorùbá ló máa fọ́ Yorùbá ni wọ́n ló máa fọ́ bóyá ìjọba Tinubu náà ló ti máa fọ́ ìní ò pàwà bẹ́ẹ̀ ọmọ àmọ́ àdé tó parọ́ àdé tó ṣògbọ́n gbà yẹn wọ́n mọ̀ tẹ̀lé àwọn olówó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn gómìnà tiwa àwọn ọlọ́pàá gbogbo wọn kẹ́wàá ní South West ṣe ìrìn àwọn oníbọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ni lẹ́nu wọn kólẹ̀ fún ara báyìí ló máa kólẹ̀
ẹ ṣé gan ni man like encouragement thank you so much Evanki Grandma thank you so much there's 2 more calls and then we're gonna wind down. Everybody will have something to say. Hello, Eva, be kia briefly. Hello, caller. Ekale, sir.
Big rally bíi ti tẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn mọ́ èyí kan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà ju big rally yẹn lọ bí ọ̀rọ̀ mọ́bìtàn ẹ̀ ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ tán yẹn ẹ ṣàjẹ́ ká máa gbàdúrà pé gbọ́dọ̀ má jẹ́ kí ìtàjẹ̀ sílẹ̀ yẹn pé kó pọ̀ jù àwọn Tinubu APC ọwọ́ rẹ̀ bá ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ pé bóyá wọ́n wọlé ẹ má jẹ́ ká bọ́dà pé wọ́n ṣe sú ẹ̀rín ọdún wọn ò ṣe sú ẹ̀rín nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà yẹn kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ti tẹnu tí ìlú ìkan bá láwọn fẹ́ dá sí àwọn gáàmà pápá wọn lé.
látọ̀dọ̀ mi ló ti refresh mo ń bọ ìjà override yẹn ká pa àwọn dáàdì yẹn tán kọ́ finishing tán sọ Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí a rí ikú òjijì Nigeria ìbànújẹ́ country ni látọ̀dọ̀ mi ló ti disconnect alright let it be mo kí gbogbo ọlẹ́ǹkan sí mo ní ká má ṣàláì má jáde ni àṣejáde wa ó tún máa mú èyí tó da kí n má fẹnu mi tún sàn kan mi ẹ̀gbọ́n mi lẹ́ǹkan sí lára àwọn tó wá fún rally ní London ni ẹ̀wọ̀n padà sí sọ̀rọ̀ rally. He was not even aware that I was live, or probably maybe he was aware, but...
Hello, my brother.
Látọ̀dọ̀ mi ni, yeah.
Oh, okay. So, ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation, Ọlọ́run ti lọ́wọ́ sí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbàdúrà ká máa dúpẹ́ lérí yẹn ni. Ẹ máa wo nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ìyá tó dẹ̀ bá wa dá sí náà. Ọlọ́run ló máa mú ìyá ní ìdá àti ṣàdúrà fún ìyá bá ń ṣépè fún kálukú máa jèrè sí ọwọ́ ẹ̀ bó bá ṣe rere wàá jẹ́ bó ṣe búburú wàá jẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ìyálẹ̀ sí ẹ̀ mo sọ fún yín ní last year mo ní ìyá yẹn pé káàdì méjì ló kù tó fẹ́ jù ó ti ń ju second card yìí sìn semi-last card ló ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ jù sílẹ̀ lélẹ̀ tó sọ pé kán lọ máa reclaim ń sìn ìgbà tán bá reclaim tán sìn tí wọ́n rí ẹni kì í ṣe ó máa sọ pé káwọn bẹ̀ sí perform kán máa bẹ̀ sí rí ẹ̀ kán máa act bẹ́ẹ̀ máa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wàá mọ̀ pé báyìí ẹ ṣe máa lọlẹ̀ yẹn ojú ẹ̀ rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ sìn ni ìgbà tá a bá fi máa rí next 14 days to 50 days let's say next month ẹni pé òjò padà pátápátá òjò padà pátápátá by July a máa bẹ̀ sí rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà by June July by God grace àbí tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ pé kì í ṣe because Ọlọ́run ló dá Yorùbá kì í ṣe Ọlọ́run ló dá Nàìjíríà so gbogbo gbogbo tí Ọlọ́run ò pè ó di dandan kọ́ lóun fà títí gbòǹgbò tí gbòǹgbò so gbòǹgbò ní Nàìjíríà jẹ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa so dandan ni Ọlọ́run máa fà tù so ẹ máa ẹ jẹ́ kí ìfẹ́ yín lẹ̀kẹ́ máa bí tó lọ Ọlọ́run àgbà gbogbo ṣàkóso lágbára náà ẹ̀dẹ̀ kúṣẹ́ náà Ọlọ́run àmọ́ wà pẹ̀lú yín o ojúkójú òwò yín bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ kọ́wọ́ nìkan yìí kò péyàn tó bá gbèrò aburú sí yín àbúrí ara ẹ̀ ti ran agbára Ọlọ́run.
Thank you so much. So many times we talk about history is in making, whether we like it or not. This is going to be our last caller, and then I'm going to off the phone. My wash is summary. Hello, caller. Egbon soke baba.
Hello, brother.
Ekale sir.
Chetapa.
Amen.
Happy program today. Wow, no,
we strategize and then move forward. Tó bá ti dé òdì náà nìyẹn kò sí nǹkan tá a lè ṣe sí tó bá ti dé òdì náà nìyẹn àkàngbàdúrà kó má dì náà so.
àwọn tó bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ tọkàntọkàn Yorùbá tó ti dúró orílẹ̀-èdè wa wọ́n máa dáwó àdèmà tó dà lọ́kọ̀ tá a bá àdèmà fi ṣe àwọn kan.
Thank you so much. Mo kí o gbọ́ that will be the last call ká lè ẹ̀wọ̀n kan àti náà fẹ́ pẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ náà normally 3 hours ni máa ń ṣe torí bó ṣe jẹ́ mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí mo dúpẹ́ fún àwọn mídíà wa tó lọ sí Benin Republic pẹ̀lú àwọn other people tó lọ tí wọ́n jáde lórí kámẹ́rà mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn dáadáa on behalf of our platform. I think that was a kind of a lift, or lift the spirit gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Ẹ mọ̀ pé torí àwọn kan gbóhùn àlàyé for some time. So ẹlòmíì gan ò pé bí agbègbè tó ń sọ gan ṣe bí àtòtọ́ ni. But a ní láti máa jáde láti máa emphasize too much lórí. ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà náà lẹ ní ká fọ̀rọ̀ síkùn náà ni ẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé òun yẹ pé mo fi ń dẹnu tèmi tí bá sọ òun gan èmi ò bá gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ àwọn the north ni mo bá communicate wọ́n gbọ́n tí mò ń sọ wọ́n ṣe pé tẹnu gbogbo 36 báwọn náà ṣe ń ṣe lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n náà làwọn náà ń gbọ́ tí wọ́n máa fi dọ̀la nísìn report máa dé wọ́n fún mi ní intel tí mo ní láti mọ̀ so wọ́n mọ̀ tí mò ń sọ àmọ̀ra wa báyìí àwọn náà mọ̀ mi èmi náà mọ̀ wọn wọ́n dáhùn pé gbogbo statement tí bá release jáde nínú program 3 hours ní 4 hours ní o wọ́n kàn ní decode kan nínú ẹ̀ kó jáde káwọn náà lè decode ẹ̀ kò code ní gbogbo àfi ń bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ so some of you sometimes Koiki kílẹ̀ tó ń fi code ní because I am very very important in the movement as somebody that is close and sometimes like I always say ẹ̀yin lẹ́ sọ pé ẹ̀ ní that kò ní pa àwọn èèyàn ní faith pé the intigbo ò lè ṣe. But there's just too much, fizzle that is out there. And sometimes some people have just thought, you know what, forget it. You don't know me. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sọ̀rọ̀ ìyá yẹn títí dọ̀la, I don't have to even read the comments. She's not important to us. A platform tó ti ń polówó ẹ̀ nìkan tí máa lọ polówó ẹ̀. So, but one thing I can say is, there's always something that will just look like, we were getting quiet. Koiki, come on, we should quiet. Bye. Ain't no bad. Go quiet. Lọ́dọ̀ tiwa. Ain't no quiet. He don't see any paperwork. Paperwork, law. Pastor Koikimedia spoke to me. And they wanted to come and talk to us. But because I've not given them the all clear yet, if you motive for all clear, because I wanted to come and talk and just share one or two things with us. If anybody think at the back of their mind, with the whole transition going, I'm not talking about Yoruba Nation now, even internally, they are preparing for the worst case scenarios. Let me share a bit with you, a little bit, Katumalo. The VSS does not want the military to take over. How come? There's a lot of internal fight between the DSS and the Nigerian military. Ìjà tó wà láàrin wọn, DSS ni mo sọ àti military is very, very big. And they know what I'm talking about. Mo sọ fún yín pé gbogbo last year, àwọn ọba ṣe meeting pẹ̀lú àwọn military. We don't go into too much details. Kí ni ìpàdé yẹn dá lé lórí? Lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ máa wonder pé kí ló bá ń bá àwọn military ṣe ìpàdé fún. So, conscious ọ̀rọ̀ Yoruba nation is a different thing entirely. Within Nigeria, wọ́n ṣọ́ra wọn lẹ́wọ́, wọ́n ṣọ́ra wọn lẹ́sẹ̀ ni. So, olúkálùkù wo move. So, àwọn náà wo move bí táwa fi lọ. Bó ṣe wo tiwa, wọ́n wo àwọn ṣọ̀pọ̀n náà ti Biafra. Tí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kan type yẹn pé Nnamdi Kanu ti wà lórí ẹ̀ for 20 years. Kìnìkan. And Nnamdi Kanu rẹ̀ ti wà lórí ẹ̀ for 20 years. So that's a complete, bogus. Pé Nnamdi Kanu ti wà asọ́dún nìyẹn. Biafra náà pé wọ́n yàtọ̀ sí pé àwọn ojúkun kankan. Nnamdi Kanu tó ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kò tí pé 20 years. So again, that's a complete lie. But one thing is, they know that the media is still talking or communicate. And that's why they wanted to bring the Intokokofik Bewale. We call Jago media wale. Lóòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀ dé gbogbo abúlé bá ṣe fẹ́ kó dé, afẹ́ kó káàkiri. But for the fact we were media já wálẹ̀, ó fún wọn ní concern tó pọ̀. Imagine tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n rí gbogbo media já wálẹ̀. tí conflict wà láàrin wọn níbi gbàs. Koiki tí wọ́n bá sọ ilé ọ̀tọ̀ nìkan tó ń sọ náà gbogbo tẹ̀ yé wa mọ́. They could not destroy the media. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe media tó náà ń ṣe Yoruba nation. From day one, they're not interested in Yoruba nation. They are not interested. They are not interested in Yoruba nation. So there's a lot of move going on. It has been there. There's always a lot of moves going on in Nigeria. Anybody saw that? The military have been rehearsing for 29th of May. How many people saw that? I saw the video clip. Again. There's a lot happening. The spiritual aspect and the astrological aspect, the everything, we intertwine. Mokin Pastor Emmanuel Togba. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of movement going on. So, but not everything is for the public consumption. So it's as simple as that. Because over to the public consumption, the ludo ni. But that is ludo. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí, ká lọ fọkàn balẹ̀. But mo sọ fún yín pé tí àyìn bá jáde tó ṣe voice kémi tó jáde, èyí tó gbà lọ́wọ́ mi tó sọ nínú voice yẹn àbí tó sọ purpose tó fi gbà lọ́wọ́ mi because kò sọ fẹ́ mi, but we thought we are all working together. I'm talking about ìyá jágbàjàgbà yẹn tẹ́yìn pọ́nlé yẹn. This week ìyàwó mi ló máa decide whether I should tell the public. Mo ti sọ fún ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ, mo dẹ̀ ti sọ fún ìyàwó mi, but ẹ̀yin public lẹ̀ tí mọ̀ mọ̀ sí mi náà ṣe gbọ́ ni. But mo mọ̀ kó wá lọ pass message fún. Dẹ̀ máa ṣe wá jáde láti wá sọ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá. Ẹ̀mẹ́tẹ̀ bá dé. Mo sọ fún yín pé èmi gangan ni target wọn, gbogbo àwọn media tó kù náà èmi gangan ni. Àfi tí tó bá yẹ pé n tó gbà yẹn ó gbà lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn media tó kù, but n tó bá ti mú gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn media tó kù, I'm not even sure pé ó gbà lọ́wọ́ Ìjìnlẹ̀. I don't think so. But mo ti sọ fún mọ́ sí mi, but ìyàwó mi ti wà aware, but public ni kò tí wà aware. So I ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ for now. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, mo sọ fún yín pé mi ni last man standing ní ìrìn àjò yìí. Ní media, èmi ni last man standing. Máa educate yín, gbogbo tẹ́ gbọ́ máa fún yín. Àìní rí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, ọ̀ràn yọ̀ la máa sùn, kọ́lọ́n kò jí wa sáyé. Play anthem wa nígbà tá a dé, so ẹ ká play ká tó máa lọ. No, that I play, I can't remember. Ẹ ká play anthem yẹn. Oòduà gbé wa kò ní gbé ọ̀dàlẹ̀. Tó bá jẹ́ mi gangan ní ọ̀dàlẹ̀, gbogbo ohun tí ojú ọ̀dàlẹ̀ máa ń rí pátá ní gbogbo agbègbè mi, ní surroundings mi, àtẹn tó súnmọ́ mi dáadáa ni kó bá lọ. But tí ìbá kí ń ṣe ọ̀dàlẹ̀, èmi ni máa pa gbogbo yín pẹ̀lú media. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa wò mí náà nìyẹn. A máa wùn yín ni pé kẹ́ mú jẹ. A máa wùn yín lọ́kàn. Bó ṣe ń wùn yín lọ́kàn yẹn, bó ṣe máa wùn yín tẹ́ máa fi kú nìyẹn. Bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. Tó bá release audio yẹn, then tí n bá ti jáde, bó release audio, ó gbọ́dọ̀ sọ purpose. That's all. Purpose yẹn gangan ni mo fẹ́ mọ̀. Ìyá jágbàjàgbà. ká play Yorùbá anthem ká máa lọ. Odò àgbéwà kò ní gbé ọ̀dàlẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí mi pa sínú ilé Ìgbòho, ikú mi ò sí lọ́wọ́ anybody nínú yín. Yorùbá nation, no going back. Ẹ̀yin tèmi ó rà pé màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí comment 16th but kò ní jẹ́ lẹ́nu wọn lọ sùn tí bá ṣe tán báyìí. Ó dàárọ̀. Ìgbàgbọ́ àti bẹ̀rù àṣìṣe ọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun ọmọ Oòduà bọ́ sí ipò. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Michael wọ́n ní kí n ju ọwọ́ mi sókè báyìí. Mo kí ìyá mi dáadáa tèmítèmí. I love that beautiful sister or sister auntie mo tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín á gbà béèrè pé kí ni ìyá ìgbà lọ́wọ́ Koiki. Ẹ máa rò lọ́kàn, ẹ máa gbé sùn bẹ́ẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń dúpẹ́ pé nígbà tó gbà lọ́wọ́ mi yẹn kí ló fi gbà lọ́wọ́ mi ni mo mọ̀ kó tó di pé iyì mi wá sọ padà. That's all. Ẹ̀wọ̀n pé tí wọ́n bá fi gbà nǹkan lọ́wọ́ èèyàn, ẹ̀wọ̀n pé ìyàwó kan sọ Koiki máa dúpẹ́. Ẹ̀wọ̀n pé ìyá yẹn tí ó wà lọ́wọ́ mi. Ẹ̀wọ̀n pé jókà èmi ni tó pọ̀. I'm talking about Mrs. Modupe Onitiri. Ẹ bá mi tí mo sọ̀rọ̀. Ìgbà àgbàtọ́ ní kó lọ sọ fún mi pé gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ó máa fún ẹ. Ó dẹ̀ gbà lóòótọ́. Bọ̀ kò sọ tó fẹ́ fi ṣe fún mi. Bọ̀ mo dúpẹ́ fún ìyá tó bí mi. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ fún ìyàwó tí mo gbé sílé. But ìyàwó mi ló máa fún mi ní all clear pé kí n sọ síta. Àmì ìrìnjù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, ó dàrọ̀.